Welcome, welcome, welcome! It is Serenyx League Season 0, the Elite Division Finale! Welcome to the mainstream, the Serenyx League. I'm SpottyFC, joining me here is Maxine, GAYTANA as our producer tonight. And this is it, the final bracket, the top 8, and the $100 prize pool up for grabs here, Maxine. A whole season's work comes down to tonight. And comes down to this match to start things off, the winner's semifinals. It is a battle of two titans, Yuhh Esports and KCG, Christy Crew Gaming Chaos. What a match we have tonight here.
What a match indeed. These two have been going back and forth throughout the entire season. Lose, win is the story between these two teams. It's going to be a great match today, Sporty.
It is. It's going to be a great bracket too. Again, our top 8 from the Elite Division are in this final bracket. It is double elimination tonight, so all matches, including lower bracket, are best of 5 until we get to the grand finals, where it is a best of 7. You don't want to go to lowers at this point, so you want to keep that extra life as long as you can. You know how scary some of the competition is here later on this bracket. I mean, we've got teams like Halia, Axiom Esports, Inspire White, also in the mix. Any of those teams could win tonight. This is a huge match to get yourself going and to get yourself off to an amazing start here. So, Maxine, I mean, going into this match of KCG Chaos and Yuhh Esports, you mentioned how these teams have played a lot so far this season. In fact, they've played 3 times during the 8 weeks of the regular season. Yuhh Esports winning 2 of those 3 matches, all with 3-1 scorelines. It's another best of 5, but with even more pressure on for KCG Chaos. Now they have to make sure they do not start slow.
Of course, and I was actually the caster for the last time they played, and these two teams went back and forth in that match. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-1 victory for Yuhh Esports. So obviously there might be some grudge that Chaos might have against Yuhh, trying to get that win back that it had previously lost not too long ago.
Yeah, and I think one of the things here about this match is that for Yuhh Esports and KSG Chaos, Yuhh Esports did win their first match of the day via forfeit. So their match, they actually haven't played yet tonight. They had their first win by forfeit. They'll be the ones waiting a little bit here as we go into our first match of the evening. Here, our best of 5. Again, this is the winner's semifinal. The winner of this match will stay in the upper bracket and go to that winner's finals, a chance to go to the grand finals with a game up on the lower finals winner. The loser will be sent to the lower bracket, and a much tougher run to do because, I mean, you want to keep that extra life as long as you can, and for both these rosters, again, they battle each other so much. It's a tough run for both of them. KSG Chaos on the blue, Yuhh Esports on the orange, and Yuhh Esports with early offense, but you mentioned it, Maxine. Focus on how fast these teams transition. They both will do it fast, they're going to do it decisively, and those passes and those solo plays, everything is going to work to keep that midfield possession, so these teams are not going to ask for anything less. Tonight is the night where if you're going to play well, that midfield needs to show.
Of course, and obviously, like you said, that midfield is showing Temp being that midfield man for Yuhh, as I've seen over and over again. There for the passes, there for the counterattacks, there for everything that Yuhh is ready to throw out. Great touchdown to Temp, the man that himself.
Just a little bit of offense early here, but Yuhh Esports keeping on that possession as it will be Takua and Ant to clear this one away. Brock in support. KCG trying to push on in, but it will be kept out by Tam. Takua again, saving the midfield, and back goes KCG and a double commit. Opening up some room here for Yuhh Esports to make things happen. Tam, trying to lead the way, gets that bump on one, but not able to get that shot past Takua. And it will still be KCG possession as Brock to Av. Room and to work with here for Yuhh Esports. Again, usually the team that has the better of KCG Chaos in most of these matches. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that Yuhh Esports are such a low-risk team on offense. They like to go for solo plays. They like to send just one player up at a time. It's a slow kind of play style, but all these players are so good at being able to do things individually, and because there's no real risk for them to play more aggressively in the midfield, a lot of teams that will try to clear that ball away just can't get through them. As an infield play, Takua, another block. KCG will try for another attempt at a clear here, but up goes Temp. He'll push out Takua, and again, KCG still don't have easy possession.
And almost able to find an opening in the defense there. Not able to find it. Brock gonna stop this in the midfield, making sure Yuhh don't build up that offensive pressure. Ant denying it as well in the midfield. Talking a great 50. But Sorkai is there for the bump. It's on the goal line, and Brock can make the save, followed up by a great clear by Ant. Brock just trying to force that ball into the hands of his teammates on Chaos. Trying to get a good clear down the field. Brock in the midfield, not able to get the touch that he probably wanted there. But yeah, Esports go out with possession.
Yeah, they still have it here. 4 saves so far for Krusty Crew Gaming, and man, they are really battling just to get one good chance upfield. Who knows? It might be one goal that decides this game as Brock to the corner. Open room for Saraki. That's going to go off the back post. Temp will go again, but Ant through the smoke keeps it away. Saraki still holds possession. KCG are running low on resources. And that means they're going to be slower and more passive, and that is not a good sign. As Yuhh Esports midfield, Ant gets it away. Brock back to his captain here as Takua is going to take this one away. Gets past Saraki. Now here goes Ant. Shot to the back. It will be Avlair. And I love what Yuhh Esports is doing. Not only do they make these saves, but they are expertly timing these touches so that they keep control. And they force this KCG team to go for much more aggressive 50-50s. Plays that ordinarily they would have no business going for.
Of course, these 50s will either be the maker or the breaker of Chaos. I have casted both these teams a decent amount of times, and both times it is up to those 50s in the midfield on the goal line of either net. It is really what makes the decision of these games.
Yeah, it is, and those 50s, I mean, that's the way they win the midfield. If you're either of these teams, I mean, it's kind of weird because they both have the exact same game plan of how to beat the other. It's win the midfield and keep offense and just let the opponents fall apart. Says so far, no goals yet in game 1, but KCG trying to turn this one around as Takua. We're back by Temp. Ant will wait, and Brock will stay in support, but we went for the boost there. Saraki's gonna have open room. This is to the goal! Seraki gets by the last defender, and it is Yuhh Esports. The first goal is theirs.
Seraki with a great solo play. AV supporting, or Av supporting with the bump on the first challenge. This gives Seraki a free chance to outplay the last defender. Yuhh Esports up by 1 with only 37 seconds left in the game.
And what a tough match it's going to be for them tonight here, as again they'll continue to try to push their way through. Brock, Av to hold on to this one, will go to the back wall. It is open daylight, but he's missed his shot there. Nobody from Chaos actually even jumped for that one. But they'll have another chance, and this one's definite. Temp and a 2-goal lead. Yuhh Esports have broken open the dam, and they have continued to pour through.
Temp was able to find an opening in the defense. Brock barely missing the save, and Aquila not able to catch up to it in time. 2-goal deficit with only 10 seconds left in the game. Ants trying to open it up. The corner read, it's high and wide. Talk off of the pass, not able to find it. Seraki gets a great clear down the field. It's off the back wall, and Ant can't make the save, and that will close out the game. 107.
It absolutely will be. This is 100% from Yuhh Esports as well. Just got that first goal, and from there on out, KCG just could not handle themselves. And you mentioned, I think, you mentioned, before the stream started about how KCG Chaos, as a roster, sometimes do have a bit of an emotional response to losing early. I worry if that might be part of the case here. They came off an easy win earlier, 3-0 sweep. Do you think that emotion is playing somewhat of a part into why not only Yuhh Esports won, but by the end of the game, looked like they couldn't lose?
I think once Chaos is down in one game, they definitely can come back the next. They have a very strong mental when it comes from game to game, but in the moment, sometimes they do worry a little. They do make I guess you could say the wrong decision, but not necessarily a bad decision.
By that as well, it does feel like at times that KSG Chaos in the middle of a game sometimes just forget that, they can come back. This is a team that absolutely can respond. And you mentioned as well, they do oftentimes reset after game 1, but I mean, again, I said it's an issue for KSG Chaos in the past. This is a team that generally starts slow in matches, and they better hope that that's true tonight, that this is not another match where they get outplayed by Yuhh Esports. They've beaten this team during the regular season, but it came back in, I believe it was week 6, so simply put, for KCG Chaos, they're going to need to find what makes them so solid this season, what has allowed them to beat Yuhh Esports that one time during the regular season, because if they don't, Yuhh Esports could go through the upper bracket, and if you know anything about this upper bracket, the longer you stay in it, the better your chances are of winning the whole thing.
Of course, and as we go into game 1, KCG Chaos is going to be looking to probably have a quicker response, score earlier on in the game, give himself a little bit of a padding to have before they get scored on.
Yeah, and I know what you mean by that. Maybe a little bit more, something earlier for KCG Chaos. If they can score first, that could really make the difference here, as Av around the corner will be Takua to clear it back. Seraki got that first goal last game, has seen a lot more action for Yuhh Esports later in this season, as Brock, Av to keep this one away. Now a flip reset. Takua, that's a great catch. He's got room, going for one himself, but it will go high. Ants unable to put this one past Seraki. And Yuhh Esports will hold on to this one, as now Brock to clear it to the side. Takua up with it, says he'll put on the fake play. Ants to the side wall. Seraki, Av trying to challenge. A bit of a team bump here. Takua's got to go for this. He won't win the challenge. It's off the post, and it will find the goal. Av with goal 1 as KCG ran into each other, and once he got past Takua, there was nobody else to stop him.
That is just a very unfortunate series of events right there for Chaos. The team bump, and then Tak not able to get the challenge that he definitely wanted there. But off the kickoff, a great touchback to Ant, who bangs it to Brock in the midfield off of the ceiling flip reset. Ant now has the shot far down and in. KCG Chaos are able to tie it up within seconds.
A great response for Chaos, and they needed that desperately. You can't allow what happened last game to happen here again. Massive response. Now they've got to add more onto it.
Chaos was able to respond earlier, unlike last game where they couldn't respond at all. Now Owen, what a demo! Av had the open net, and that definitely was in, but Saraki was right there just to secure the goal, as some would say.
I mean, you'll get them any way you can at this point. I mean, at this level, most of your goals are not going to be pretty. They're going to be ugly. They're going to be tough. You really need to work for them. So that's huge. A goal, even if it's one off a demo, it doesn't care how pretty. You don't really care at this point how good they look. You just want to make sure you get these goals because, I mean, at this level, every game you win is a monumental victory, and obviously every series you win is again a step closer to winning this championship, to more money as well in your back pocket, to more of everything that these teams want.
Of course, this may be the difference between, you know, some of these kids are in college. Just not actually like kids. Some of these guys are in college. You know, could be the difference between eating lunch and making their own lunch.
I mean, I'm in college as well, and generally you can buy a lot of things, but I know what you mean here as well. As in goes Av, it's gonna be another goal here. Yeah, Esports have now added another goal to their lead as Temp forcing the early challenge from Ant doesn't really get there very quickly, and just a little pass in front. It's very simple from your Esports, but they've got their shooting on point today, and HG Chaos, they've had a tougher than usual time being able to defend what we are seeing is the Esports masterclass on offense.
This is what Esports is known for. They're known for those mechanical passing plays. Talk trying to add some mechanics to his name. Not able to find any success in it. Brock gonna keep it close. Saraki's right on it though. A great touch from Talk. Oh, but Temp able to find that opening. It's a 4-1 lead for Yuhh.
Yeah, and at this point, it's the same thing that we worried about when this KC Chaos team doesn't have the lead. They start to make those heavy commits, and halfway through the game, this is not the time to be that aggressive, but clearly Ant didn't get the memo there, and that is an open net for Yuhh Esports. Now it's even worse for KC Chaos, and from what we saw in Game 1, they were able to keep things close for a long time, but man, their offense still has been deadly quiet so far, and that is not a good sign for Chaos. If they're going to beat this Yuhh Esports team, it's going to be through offense, and if they can't score, they're not going to have a chance as Ant trying to get another one. Ant will be there to block as Temp will take this one back. Ant wins the challenge. Saraki will hold possession in the midfield, and with open space, maybe another goal can happen. Flip reset by Takua. Brock will keep it away, and for KCG Chaos at this point, they're just hoping that this embarrassing point in Game 2 can be over, but still, only one goal this game. Their offense has not done enough for them, and it is really taking its toll.
Definitely KCG Chaos are looking to score. They are getting aggressive. They are getting desperate for a goal. Only a minute and a half just about left on the clock, and they are still down 3 goals. They have done better on offense this game for sure, but at the sacrifice of defense. Brock trying to open up some offense, but Temp just playing some lockdown defense. He has been saving majority of the shots from what I've been seeing, and just making sure that they do not concede.
Yeah, and as time, as you said, running away here from this roster, man, this could make things oh so difficult for them here. As minutes ago, Yuhh Esports now playing keep away, just letting time tick away from that clock to go again one step closer to a spot in that winners finals to play against the winner of Hail Yeah and Axiom Esports. As KCG desperate, you said it, they're desperate for goals, they're desperate for anything good. As another shot, this one kept off by Brock with a little bit of help from the crossbar. Takua challenged by Saraki, still Takua. Av jumps in, now goes Temp, clear past Brock. Av past Saraki, will go for that himself, but Ant's waiting for it. Still it's Temp, and Yuhh Esports, well, they haven't scored in a little while. They don't need to anymore. They're keeping KCG Chaos back. They're forcing them to play defensive, and with so little time to go, this is all they need to do to secure this game. Av to Temp for a 5th goal. Yuhh Esports just continue to rub salt in the wounds here in Game 2.
This is just a complete offensive masterclass from Esports. The great pass from Av. Temp in the midfield, ready to slot that right over the head of Ant. who was just then rotating back on defense.
No chance for Chaos to win here in Game 2. Yeah, Esports now are only one win away from a spot in the winners final to guarantee top 3 placement. I mean, this is what Esports need to do. They need to step up, they need to walk into these matches, and they need to mean business, and their offense means business. 5 goals on 9 shots. I mean, this is probably the best we've ever seen Esports look this season, and it's at a perfect time.
Exactly. You said it better than I ever could. Esports is playing great, but Chaos can definitely play better than they have been so far in these first 2 games. And they need to find that playstyle. They need to find how they were playing in the beginning of the series, how they beat Esports in that first series that they played against them.
Yeah, they definitely need to find the momentum again here. It just feels like they don't have it. It feels like they have lost confidence in themselves here. And for KSG Chaos, a team that, you said it, are usually so good at keeping themselves calm. They looked out of it at the end of that second game. They looked like they've had no confidence left in themselves. That worries me, because going into Game 3, this is where you need to bring that confidence, where if you're KSG Chaos, you need to tell yourself that there's still a series to play, that you can still come back. This is a best of 5. Reverse sweeps are very much possible, but if they look anything like they did at the end of Game 2, they stand no chance.
They're looking to start it off hot. It's an open net for Ant right now. Can he find it? Temp, get back. Ant's going to open up the scoring very, very soon for Chaos, giving them that first goal that we were talking about in that last game.
Yeah, they didn't get it last game.
Is it enough for them, to get that confidence boost, to keep scoring and eventually, hopefully for them, reverse sweep?
Oh, and I think it's really going to come down to not scoring first, but being able to control a game. They haven't had really control of the series as of yet. They have not won the midfield. They've not won those challenges that you mentioned. It's going to really signify who's going to lead in this series. And because they haven't won those challenges yet, I really don't know if that goal is going to make the difference that they're hoping it will, because that net's open on the other side of the field as Ant will cut back to keep it out. Still, though, it's offense for Av as he has no one in support. It's Takua. Oh, he missed on that clear attempt. Temp will have it, and will keep this play going. Brock, Av, off the corner. Takua is waiting as Ant gets bumped out the way. It is room for Saraki as this is going to be led into the midfield. Temp keeps going. The pressure is piling, but Chaos are not out of it just yet. They've still got boost. They've still got a lot of possession. And now an overcommit will open up some room, but Saraki still goes. Brock will take that first challenge, but won't exactly be able to take the second one as easily. Still, it is KCG possession, but they have now finally been able to go up to offense as this Esports team pushing back ferociously, and man, they are hungry for that goal back. I mean, Esports, the first time in this, I think this might be the first time in the series playing a goal down, and they still look just as confident as they were when they were a goal up in the last couple of games.
Of course, and I will say this, Chaos definitely have not let up that defense or the offense, really. When they get on offense, they are on offense for, a decent bit. They don't really let it go until they completely have to. And it's been working so far in this third game, where they definitely need it.
Yeah, it's 1 goal up here for KCG. Esports still searching for that response, but it'll be Takwa looking for a second. Temp's got to be careful because he nearly got bumped out the way. Ant has room, and he's got boost as well. Temp's not going to let him have that one as he'll clear it out. Av, 70 in the tank, has support, but that touch goes nowhere. Takua, one-on-one. Saraki wins it, and Ant overcommits. It's going to the open goal. Esports will take it, and Ant, he did this last game to no effect. This game, it's at an even worse time, because his overcommit will give Saraki an open net that he will not miss.
That is just a bad decision from Ant. He gave Esports a complete open net, and he gave them more confidence in this game. Esports is going to play offense. They're going to play aggressive, shown by the physical play. And it's not going to be, it's not going to be good for Chaos if they keep playing like this.
No, they need to find some offense here. They need to find it soon. You don't want to go down early against this Esports. We've already seen that KCG Chaos have not exactly done well when they're down even a goal to Esports. So They can't afford to let them take the lead here in Game 3. As Ant, second touch, Takua in the back of the net. KCG Chaos grab another.
Ant made up for that mistake right there. What a pass from Ant straight to Takua. Saraki, no boost right there. Not able to get back in time, giving Takua a free net. He could have shot that anywhere he wanted and would have gone in.
That's the the benefit of being so fast in that play. But here's Av. He's got a goal as that's bounced bar down and in. Right off the kickoff, Yuhh Esports have their second, and this game is tied.
That might be one of the quickest answers that I have ever seen. Yuhh Esports not letting up at all. Av off the kickoff, flicking that bar down and in. That might be the best placement he could have had on that flick. You can't really get much higher without it just being out.
And that's exactly what this team needs. They need those kind of plays. Still, that aggression is very much here for Yuhh Esports. As they're going to look for it again. Long clear for Temp. Av going to chase this one down. He won't get there first, but will force Takua to go. Saraki, back wall. That could have gone in, but it will bounce up off the bar as Temp and Av both in the same spot here. Taco's going to keep this ball as he'll go to net. Av trying to jump in on and get involved, but that play goes nowhere as Saraki has Temp in support. Will leave this one as Temp wanted it, but could not get there in time. And back goes Yuhh Esports as Av trying to find Saraki here, but it's right in front of that goal. It's a little awkward for Yuhh Esports as now he's lost the challenge. Temp's got to get the save. And Yuhh Esports now forced back to defense. They'll be here for a little while if KCG have anything to say about it.
Takua definitely has something to say about it. Get the 50 up in the air, but Temp, a great clear to Av on the shot. Not on target. Ant clears it out. Takua's beat by Temp there, but Brock still has the solo play opportunity. Uba's in the tank for him, not able to beat Saraki in the midfield though. Takua, great beat on Av, but still managed to get a piece of it. Temp clears out. Saraki, a great touch there to Av, who can't find the net on the shot.
No, that wasn't even meant to be a shot. That was meant to be a play where Brock would whiff, but you said it as well. I think, and I don't know if this is realistic or not, but it feels like Yuhh Esports, the most desperate they looked the whole series. They're taking a lot wider shots, they're taking a lot further plays. They look a lot more passive as well here to KCG. This is a unprecedented. I mean, the last couple games, they were up at this point. They could play, more offensively minded. Now they're playing more defensive here, Maxine. Does that change how this game is going to be played?
I think 100% does. I think it gives Chaos more chance to score, and Yuhh Esports, less chances to score. Most of their goals were on the counterattack or on just them capitalizing on one of the mistakes that Chaos made, and that caused them to not have as many games, not as many goals.
You mentioned those overcommits as well. The first goal on a play where Ant should have been further back. The second off the kickoff where KCG went all in on the play. For Yuhh Esports, though, they're one goal away from a spot in the winners' finals here, as Temp will keep it out. But yeah, you mentioned those overcommits, those counterattacks. Feels like Yuhh Esports, maybe they're waiting for yet another chance to go for one here, as still they can't get out of defense. Takua gets by Saraki. The last one back is Temp, but he'll get the clear to the boost. No, he won't. He'll keep on the ball, as now he's going to take out Brock. Saraki, Av, low boost, and back no boost, as Temp goes again to the back post, but it will be wide of the nets. Brock won't have to worry about jumping for it. And he'll keep possession for now as another for Saraki. Takua, heavy first touch, can't beat out Temp. And now it's 2v1. Here goes Av, Saraki in support. 2 go for KCG. Takua has 30. He'll get by the challenge. Saraki really has a tough time going for this. No boost left for himself here. Everybody really throwing themselves the ball. Another double commit. Now it's for Yuhh Esports, as Brock will take offensive opportunities. Temp, Takua, Ant, Av will not let him go, as here goes Brock for the play. Off that back wall. Looked like for a second there, Saraki wanted that touch, but instead it will be Temp. Off the corner, here he goes. Ant will be there. KCG battling to stay in the upper brackets for just a little bit longer, as Temp wins that challenge. Brock can't go. Saraki almost had open room, but Ant did very well. The challenge early, that may have just saved KCG Chaos, at least for a little bit longer.
Takua making some advances on offense. Ant on the sidewall, not able to find the pre-jump. But Takua there in the midfield, catching it. plenty of boost to take it into the corner. Tempest there for the challenge. Brock, a great catch. Not able to find a touch past AV though. And it's a shot on net. And able to make the save. Brock, touch out the talk. Touch far down the field. Av is there. Temp can't jump for it. Now it's Brock with the potential beat. Not able to find it. And touch into the corner. Temp is right there. Takua on Temp's touch like a hawk. Now it's Talk off the back ball. Saraki, great clear down the field. And Av is there, able to close out the series for GAYTANA Esports.
3 games straight, GAYTANA Esports proving that they will win another rematch against KCG. And they're off to the winners finals here. 3 games. Maxine, that third one took a while, but you can't deny, even if KCG won that, it would be very tough to find a reason for how this GAYTANA Esports team could not win.
Yeah, GAYTANA Esports was playing absolutely amazingly that entire series down into the last final minutes. Fairly mistakeless Rocket League. They played absolutely amazing.
I mean, when you're on offense all the time, it's very tough to make those mistakes and have it really go against you here. So, I don't find that the most surprising here that GAYTANA Esports did it. What I find surprising is the fact that they swept KCG. They have not done that all season, even though they've beaten them 2 out of the 3 times they've played. So, for GAYTANA Esports, man, they came into today really prepared, and that is huge. That's a massive performance, a massive win. And for KCG Chaos, I mean, they go to lowers. Their run's not over, but it does get a lot tougher here because GAYTANA Esports are going to stay in uppers. They play against the winner of Helia and Axiom Esports. That match is still ongoing, but man, what a night here for GAYTANA Esports. We're going to stick around with them as well for a little bit longer, but while we do that, again, big shoutouts to our sponsors in Future Form Design Labs. If you want to get your design needs net, of course, go join and ask our sponsors in Future Form. They'll be there for you. But Maxine, the winners finals up next. GAYTANA Esports, if they keep playing the way they are, that aggression is going to be very tough to counter.
100%. I don't think Helia or Axiom Esports is ready for the offensive masterclass that GAYTANA Esports is showing out right now.
I mean, you say that, and yet Axiom Esports have beaten GAYTANA Esports the last 4 times they've played, so it really could, if Axiom Esports are the one that plays up against them next, it could be the absolute worst matchup GAYTANA Esports could hope for. But for now, we're going to go to a break. We'll wait for the matches to catch up, and when they do, we will have a winners finals for you, guaranteeing one of our top 2 finalists after this. For now, wait, be patient. We'll see you guys soon with winners finals. Welcome back to the Serenyx League Season 0 Elite Division Finals. This is the winners finals here. We have gotten confirmation that Axiom Esports have won against Halia 3-1. They take on Yuhh Esports, who we just saw sweep KCG Chaos, maybe the best that we've ever seen Yuhh Esports. But here comes their kryptonite. Axiom Esports have beaten Yuhh Esports the last 4 times they played during the regular season. So if there was any team that Yuhh Esports did not want to play in this final bracket, they now have to play them here in the winners finals.
I think Yuhh Esports will come out swinging, but so will Axiom. They just beat the #1 seed in the Serenyx League Elite Division, so they are definitely feeling confident going into this.
Yeah, and I do worry for Yuhh Esports. The reason they have struggled so much against Axiom is that this Axiom side is very fast. Most of the top level teams in this division are actually rather slow in movement. Axiom's the fastest team in this division by a pretty decent margin. They're tough to keep up with, they're tough to catch up, and if they win those challenges, it's so tough to shake them off of you. So for Yuhh Esports, they're going to need to play some quality Rocket League because they're probably not going to get a lot of possession. They're not going to get a lot of free time. They're really going to need to work, get down and dirty, and maybe go less on the solo plays, more on the passes. For now, we'll get to wait and see how things will go here. So, you know, Maxine, the winners finals is here. Let's get these teams in the lobby once again for yet another best of 5. Axiom Esports takes on Yuhh Esports. Again, the last 4 times these teams have played, it was Axiom Esports who came out on top. Yuhh Esports, this is their kryptonite. If they can beat them here, they go to the grand finals. But for Axiom Esports, they have gone this far, and they're not looking to go down here. The grand finals will see one of these 2 teams in it. The question now is who? And the answer will be how many games will it take. This is game 1 of our best of 5. And the grand finals is just ahead for one of these 2 teams.
The grand finals will be not too long away, but first you have to go through these last couple series. Temp looking to be in that grand finals, going up the field, not able to find much play on it, but Temp a miss on the goal line.
Oh, that's truly tragic, and for Axiom Esports already proving the speed they have, the demos as well, that's something that they're known for, and Temp simply put, missed it. It's a culmination of all that Axiom Esports have done so far in Yuhh Esports. It's an unfortunate mistake to really cap off that goal, but those demos from Axiom, I didn't even mention them yet, but this team's good at those demos. They're annoying, they're tough to remove, and those demos only make them tougher to beat.
Yuhh Esports looking to find some demos on their own. I have a great pass to Saraki there, but Leonis in position, making that save. Trying to go for the solo play. Lada's right there on the back wall, getting a great clear down the field. Saraki not able to take control of the ball. Z, speaking of control, and Z, what a goal!
I mean, from that position, how do you get that kind of power? He is nowhere near the up high in the air. That somehow goes in. That was something else. I mean, that's not a goal that you would have even expected in that position, and somehow it goes in. Axiom Esports now have 2, and now Leonis looking for a third. Another flip reset down to Z, stopped by Temp. But Yuhh Esports once again getting a reminder of why they've lost this team the last 4 times in a row, and why a couple of those have been in sweeps. But Av will get our goal back, and for Yuhh Esports, we saw what they can do earlier, and they're looking to play at the game that Axiom Esports played themselves.
Yeah, taking a page out of Axiom Esports book right there. Getting a great bump on the last defender. Av having a free ball just to drive into the net. And now Av a great dunk, and a Saraki for the shot to tie it up within seconds.
And it's another goal as well, and you said it right off the kickoff. Av leaving no time to go for the challenge, and that means Saraki will jump on in. And at the start of the season, Saraki was a substitute for Yuhh Esports. Now he's essentially a starter for them. Even if he is listed as sub, he's been playing for them for a lot of their last couple of matches. So that should really be telling on Yuhh Esports, the fact that Saraki is playing as well as he is. It also tells you that he really wants to make sure that he becomes a permanent fixture on this roster. That's almost another goal for Saraki, but it bounced off the crossbar. Temp, Av doesn't have this one, now off the back as well. Saraki jumps in, offense still here. Yuhh Esports really want that next goal. Saraki doing everything he can to make it happen, but the bump won't be enough. Axiom Esports get out of danger there, but Serenyx starting to turn things around here, really looking like he might be the player that could lead Yuhh Esports into this battle.
Serenyx playing some great Rocket League for Yuhh Esports, being that pathway to victory potentially against Axiom. Av looking to spark something in the offense, not able to find anything. Lotta finds a great clear. See on the counterattack. Serenyx, the man, fast to clear it out down the field. Liana's gonna stop it. Flip reset around 1. Not able to get past that midfield mark though.
Esports still playing with that speed. Again, every play they go to feels like they're first of these challenges, but they haven't won as many as they are looking for. And for Yuhh Esports, that's going to give them some hope here that they can actually get a win against this team, as Temp will keep the challenge on Leonis. Now Serenyx bumps will make it a little bit awkward here, but still the shot goes on. It will stay wide. Av trying to get rid of Z, but he's got room here. Up goes Z. Stops in the middle of the way, but Yuhh Esports ran into each other. Room for Leonis to make something happen. That goes to back wall, and it's Temp who's whiffed. Z jumps in. Serenyx there to save the day. Yuhh Esports still on their back wall as Temp will have this one out. Z still goes in, and it is still Axiom possession as Latza will get over the last defender. Axiom with the lead late in game 1.
Only a minute 37 left on the clock, and a lot of strikes. He finds the open net. He finds the hesitation in Serenyx, and he finds the leading goal for Axiom Esports. 3-2, going to the last third of this game. Serenyx looking for the midfield pass, but it just goes straight to Z to pop it up. Flip reset, another one, going for the 50, but it ends up with Temp having possession. Challenge immediately. Lotta off the back wall. Liana, the touchdown. It's a triple commit for the save. If all 3 of them go, there's no way that all of them are gonna miss. That's the game plan, really.
When you're shooting that close to the net, at that point, you're just hoping that that ball stays away from your net. As here goes Temp. That's a wide open net. Oh, Serenyx couldn't get around it. Leonis will keep it away. That might have been the chance here, and Serenyx has to play your 1 on that play. He's already had numerous chances already in this game that he has put on a good position. But that's a big miss and a big moment. And who knows if Yuhh Esports will see another quite like it. Leonis to the back wall. Serenyx keeps it out. Latza will find Z in up in the midfield line, and now a play to go. Temp does find Av. 30 seconds left. It's Av to Serenyx. This is off the back. In goes Temp. Fake on 1. The challenge is kept wide by Leonis. Av keeps it up. One last chance maybe as this goes through. Latza jumped in as well, but he'll clear it out. Av, can he find one last play? Leonis will win the challenge. Doesn't get another touch on it though. And Yuhh Esports still keep control. Temp to the net. Save away. It will bounce up high. As Serenyx waits, Av jumps in. It bounces off back. Z will be there. And it is Axiom Esports by a 1-goal margin who will win game 1.
And what a game 1 that is. That is a tight game if I've ever seen it. That was some great back and forth play by both teams. 5 saves on each end. But just, I'd say Axiom was able to capitalize on the mistakes from Yuhh more than Yuhh could capitalize on the mistakes from Axiom.
And to be fair, again, we mentioned it before that this Yuhh Esports team, they're not going to win a lot of challenges. They're not going to have nearly as much possession as they could against KCG Chaos. That means on the chance that they do get, they have to score in. Serenyx that game had a couple great chances. Every shot he had that game was on a chance that you think he should be scoring. He only had 1 goal for 3 shots. That's just not good enough, considering the opportunities that Serenyx had.
Serenyx had many, many chances to score. He had that shot he was trying to find top left of the net. Could not quite get it. It was crossbar down and out. And he had another open net that he couldn't reach around. He just needs to be, I guess, sometimes more patient, but sometimes quicker. It's really just a matter of where he is on the field. He never seems to be at the right place at the right time. And he needs to fix that going into this next game.
Yeah, he needs to fix that accuracy more importantly here for Serenyx. He's had chances. He's been solid, but this team need him to find those goals, because clearly Saraki knows how to score. We've seen it tonight, we've seen it already, and we'll see it again here as Temp's gonna get this goal off the play from Av. GAYTANA Esports will score first here, so a decent start now in game 2. They just need to keep this going, and again, they won't have many chances like this. They need to make sure every chance they get will matter and will work for them.
It seems like Av and Temp have been kind of the dynamic duo on ya. Those two have been working together like clockwork. That is, last game we saw them have a demo play. In this game, they open up with a demo play. Oh, what a slot from Lotta. Bottom right of the net, you can't get better than that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a position where I didn't think they could even have a chance. Both Saraki and Temp are there, but Lotta found the one opening on that goal, and that was bottom right, right behind Saraki. That's a huge goal, a huge play, and a huge position to be in here, as now Saraki will go again. This will bounce off the back wall. Z pushed out as in goes Temp. Leonis is there. Z leaves this one as Av can't take it. Leonis will take it to the skies. Saraki to Lotta. Temp will rush through, and it is offense for GAYTANA Esports, or at least they would thought it would be an offense, but it's going to be a lot slower than they were hoping. In fact, they don't even get a play here. Leonis gonna bump out Temp, but he'll keep the ball. Lotta, it is absolutely a mess, and Z made a mistake. It's open. It's the lead. Av will get the easiest goal he's had so far tonight.
That is a goal that you 100% cannot be missing, and Av is 100% there to score it 100% of the time. That's a mistake that is deadly at this level of play, and GAYTANA Esports know that. Axiom knows that. Everyone on this field knows that. And you kind of just, you can't be making it. It's simple as that.
Level of those mistakes really do add up here as Temp will keep it away. Another chance to go for Axiom Esports. Yeah, I mentioned it. That's a mistake you can't make, but you can't focus on it either. You gotta go for a second goal as soon as you can here as Z will set things up for Lotta. Leonis will go, but it is a play for Temp that he will win as a couple players coming in here for GAYTANA Esports. Z, as the boost, will leave this one, but Lotta, he didn't read that touch correctly. Leonis will be back to save, but they can't get another touch here, so it is a play that Lotta has to make. Saraki, chase from behind, will be pushed out here by Z. Axiom Esports trying to walk in closer and closer to that net. Still, they're looking for chances as Lotta, Leonis, top left. It will be just off the bar, and Temp will get it away. Now it goes towards the orange goal as Lotta holds on from the midfield. Saraki to Temp. Keeps this one out in case, and GAYTANA Esports keeping that ball away as Z. Av. Strong first touch, but Lotta has this, and it will go midfield. Saraki is waiting, but it won't go anywhere from there as Z finds Leonis. Temp's gonna be there in time. Chances for Axiom Esports, but everyone so far has been stopped by GAYTANA Esports.
That GAYTANA Esports defense has been absolutely spectacular, highlighted by Temp. He was the great defensive man in the last game, but Leonis was able to find an opening. But as I was saying, GAYTANA Esports, they've had some great defense. Even against Chaos, Temp was finding many, many saves, but once they take him out of the play, they were able to find an opening, tying it up.
And that is huge. Just again, now tied once more, and now Axiom looking to really put in some deeper damage. As it will be Av and GAYTANA Esports who will attack first, but this close to the goal, it's going to be a relatively routine play for Z as he'll actually go for the demo on Av, slowing down the progression that GAYTANA Esports can take. And that midfield wide open because of it as Av clears it back. Leonis won't be there. Temp, back wall, Saraki can't put it on, and catched by Leonis, who will take his time. Flip reset. Z there. Leonis couldn't hit the net, and Z tried to get that last touch. Now Saraki the other way. Air dribble trying to find the bump, but Lotta challenges early. Z, another flip. Will be kept away by Temp, and it will be Axiom Esports who will need to try another way to get that lead.
Saraki trying to find that lead for GAYTANA with just a simple air dribble, not able to find it. Temp can't find that touch either. Z just bangs it down the field, no boost in the tank for him. Saraki taking this up. Challenge immediately by Leonis. Lotta for the shot. Av finds the save. Lotta trying to find some disturbances in the net. Oh, and Z is able to slot that top right of the net around both defenders.
Yeah, and he's in a perfect spot too, because both players from Esports are trying to sit back and expect that pass, expect to try to make that save. And they were right to make that call, but unfortunately, from that play, Z is not going to miss often, and he won't miss here. So, Axiom Esports now in the lead for game 2 as Temp trying to get the block, but it will be Z again. Temp, Leonis off the corner. Saraki is waiting. That's not a great play to be. Leonis will go for this. It is in front of the net, but Temp will be there. Z could go midfield, and he'll do just that. He might even leave this for a teammate, but he'll go for the flip himself. Trying to find that dunk to go. Leonis walks in, but it is Temp to get that block and keep this game within 1.
It's chaos in the midfield right now. Everyone's missing. Everyone's just throwing themselves at the play, looking to start at the advance to the other side. But a great clear from Z. It's on target. Saraki's forced to make the save. Lotta off the back wall. A double commit on defense from Yuhh. Z pops it up for Leonis. Leonis going to take control with the great first touch. Saraki's on him immediately. It's going to be Lotta off of the sidewall into the corner. Ab is on it. Gets to clear out. Z off of the back wall. Flip reset. Not able to put it on target. Leonis just throwing himself at the challenge, making sure they don't get a counterattack out. Leonis misses, but it doesn't matter. It hits the ground, and Axiom Esports takes a commanding 2-0 lead in the series.
Another 1-goal game here for Axiom Esports. Every game's been exceptionally close, but even when they went down by a goal here, Axiom Esports, that speed, so tough to keep them out. And that the amount of shots they have, well, 12 shots compared to the 7 out of Yuhh Esports. It's clear that Axiom are winning the midfield, and they're taking more shots. They're really making Yuhh Esports move on defense with the 7 saves they have. Axiom Esports is putting Yuhh to work, and Yuhh Esports, man, it is tough to keep up with Axiom.
Axiom Esports has been just simply able to outpace Yuhh Esports entire series. Yuhh Esports has done a great job slowing them down and scoring, but then after Axiom, they just pick it up and score again.
Game 3 here, and Axiom Esports now could go to the grand finals with a win here. We could be seeing a sweep here in our match that of 2 teams that have guaranteed top 3. The loser will go down to the lower finals. See if they'll have another shot at going through to the grand finals at the end of the night here as Latza trying to get things started. No, it's a mistake in front. Leonis will walk this one in. And it's a double commit from Yuhh Esports, and Axiom was there to counter. That is a huge first goal and an even bigger mistake.
It's just that defensive panic. It happens at every level of play, no matter what. Once you start panicking on defense, that's when you get scored on. Off of the kill. Saraki's almost able to find it, but again, that shot position, it's just not quite on for Saraki this game. Now Saraki forced to make a save. It's up in the air. Temp, great touch down the field. Leonis in the midfield, able to keep it up. Now it's going to be Z for the double tap. Can he find the angle? It's in the midfield for Lotta. He can't make this shot. Saraki able to find the save. Leonis again keeping it in the midfield. Saraki touch out to Av, who pre-flips it. It's a great touchdown. Z pancake on. Gets a musty flick to get it up to Lotta, who sends it out to Leonis. Musty flick of his own. Not able to get much done with it though.
And for Z there, that could have been really deadly for them there. As that's an overcommit. Ooh, it almost went in as well. But on that back wall, it was Z who actually missed the clear. He got enough on it, used his flip just to keep the ball in the air a little bit longer away from the net. And now he makes another save, this time crawling out of the back of his net. Double tap. This one's wide from Av. Yuhh Esports trying to barrel down on Axiom, but they have not gotten the chance they needed. As Temp and Av, Z, another save. Latza clears it out, and now a breakaway the other side of the field. Saraki's back, but it's Z and Leonis jumping in. That will stay wide as Temp will keep the ball away. Z jumps in for the challenge. Offense still for Axiom Esports as it's off the back. Temp's demoed out of the way, so Saraki's the last one back. Av there to go, but it is Leonis will win. Lata on another demo. Axiom Esports taking down Yuhh Esports player by player. And Yuhh Esports, they have boost, but they're running out quickly here. And I don't think Axiom Esports are going to slow down on those demos.
Axiom is definitely not going to slow down on those demos. They're not going to slow down at all for anything. It's a great pass in the midfield from Yuhh. Not able to find the net, but Av is there. That was a either double commit or a bump play, probably both. And just a free shot for Av there.
And for teams that double commit like that, if you're going to challenge that far back into your own nets, that's the risk you take with those kind of commits, because if you don't get the clear, you don't have anyone back to save you. So Axiom Esports will go upfield again as Leonis nearly got the last touch. Lata, he actually shot it high there. He could have scored on that chance. In goes Z. He'll keep the play going. Leonis. Oh, that's a great block for Saraki. And no chance to challenge this as Lata can't win the play. Av will go, but not past Z. Saraki unable to challenge. Leonis double. Oh, a huge block. Saraki saves his team from going down by 1.
Saraki, he has not been able to score, but he has been making those saves for Yuhh Esports in the most clutch moments. What a save off of that crazy shot from Z. That would have been a crazy double tap. Oh, it's an open net for Temp. Yuhh Esports find the lead within the last 2 minutes of the game.
And the reason why Lata can't go here, Av's got him dunked. He's got him red on that challenge. He can't go. And even if he does, he's getting dunked. That's going to the midfield anyways. Perfectly played by Av. He sets himself up for success. And in comes a fall through. Another double commit though from Axiom Esports. This very far back positioning that they are playing on that goal line is starting to cause a lot more problems for them.
100%.
Oh my goodness.
Are going to be the death of him. Leonis with the shot. Temp with a crazy save. Now Av on the counterattack. Challenged immediately by Lata. Z's on it. Gets a touch off the back wall. It's a miss. But he's bumped off. That's Leonis with a shot. Oh, it's a save from Saraki. What a defensive masterclass from Yuhh Esports. A great flick from Saraki. Av for the shot. Z is able to find the block. Temp going to go low on this. Going for the shot. Not able to find it. Lata, a great flick to start that counterattack. Saraki, not the best touch ever. Frees saves Leota for the shot. Not able to find the back of the net. Have a great bump to stop that offense from pressuring up.
Been something else here in Game 3. I mean, if you're asking if these teams really want it or not, this should prove it. As Temp puts in one more, and that may just ice Axiom Esports for the moment. The demo, and then the mindfulness to know that he can go for that last touch. Yuhh Esports, I mean, they're 2 games down. They need to win from here on out. And they're finding goals. They're shutting down that offensive firepower out of Axiom Esports. They're doing everything they need to do just to keep the series going. Infield, another chance kept away by Z. And Axiom Esports, low goals this game. But again, that has more to do with what Yuhh Esports have been doing than what Axiom has done. Yuhh Esports with some perfect defense, and they've been rewarded. Double tap attempt, another block from Temp. This has been 3 straight double taps, and usually you see those go in. But Yuhh Esports have them red, have them outplayed. Now it's in front of the goal for another block by Axiom. And Axiom, I mean, they can't believe it. They have 12 shots this game. And many of them, would be surefire goals against most other teams. But not this game, not against Yuhh Esports.
Yuhh Esports is just playing lockout defense. Axiom may have 12 shots, but Yuhh Esports has 8 saves on those shots. Just a complete defensive masterclass followed up by some great offensive plays from Yuhh. They just did not lay a single ball in that net. The only one was, if I'm not mistaken, just a great shot from Leonis.
And it is, and you know who's leading this team as well? It's Saraki with 5 saves here. Temp's got 3 and 2 goals. I mean, this is some defensive plays from Yuhh Esports. They're going to hope that this series doesn't continue this way, but knowing this team and the way that they want to play, this is what you have to do against this Axiom Esports team. They're good on offense, and you have to stop their chances, because they're going to get shots. That's no question. It's just that you got to make sure that those shots don't go in your nets. By any means possible, you have to challenge.
Yuhh has been great on when they're put on their back foot. They are able to push off of their back foot and get that front foot forward. They have great defense, and a great defense makes a better offense.
It does, and at least puts pressure away from the offense where a lot of the issues have been so far in this series. So, yeah, Esports will look for that again here as trying to get another early goal, but it will go up for Z. Temp keeps this one away, and for Esports, maybe they'll be hoping for a little bit more success upfield just to not put so much stress on those goal line saves. I mean, you can make as many of them as you want, but they aren't going to stay consistent as that net's wide open. Saraki will collapse in on it, and Axiom Esports pushed up with a double commit from Lotta and Z, and they've had a couple this series, and many of them have been countered by Esports, and countered quickly.
What a counter from Esports. They had so much momentum leaving that game number 3, and they have carried that into this game number 4. Absolutely insane from Esports. They dropped 2 games in a row, and they come out swinging like they have been. It's just absolutely insane. Temp, a 2-goal lead. Only 40 seconds in the match.
Yeah, this is a perfect performance here for Esports. They need to keep this going. Reverse sweep is not impossible, and again, it's still possible. They can still win this. They haven't given up on this matchup, even against a team again that has beaten them the last 4 times they've played. As Leonis up in the sky, will have to stop that from progressing. Saraki will force Latza to give up the ball. This is some room that can be in favor of Esports. It's Av, the triple! Oh my goodness! Av has popped off, and now it's a 3-goal lead. Esports just don't look like they're slowing down.
I was going to say Av has been playing incredibly confident this game, and that is just going to add on to that. Oh my, what a goal that was. Esports is not holding back in this game number 4. Something about Utopia Coliseum for Esports is just insane. Saraki throwing his hat in the mix, giving them the 4th goal, his 2nd of the game.
Man, this is something impressive. I mean, for Axiom Esports, they've been the more aggressive team throughout the majority of this series, but clearly Game 4 is not going to end up being that way for themselves. This is somewhat unprecedented, honestly. I mean, I am impressed, to say the least, here. And they're still not done. There's still 3.5 minutes left to go, though, as Axiom looking for any sort of way to counterattack. Z, Leonis on the other side can try to put that one in. It's going to go across the goal. But Z can't get there in time. Now Latza on Av will win that challenge. It's a play that could have been made, but missed by Leonis. And Z will keep things up in the air, but this is a position that Axiom Esports can't win from, and it will be Esports again on offense. Av to go. Temp can't jump as Leonis, with room to work with, does get challenged, but Z can take it. The shot off the back. Latza in the back of the net. And for Axiom Esports, any hope of a counterattack must start here. 4 goals down now, make it free. They've got a lot of work to do.
They have a lot of work, but Z was very quiet in that last game. He had 0 shots. In those 5 minutes of gameplay, Z did not shoot the ball on net a singular time. And so even having the multiple shots that he's had this game is definitely an improvement on the offensive half for Z. Oh, and just Av. Another double tap off the ceiling. Oh, wow.
I mean, simply put, for Axiom Esports, if you're in Axiom Esports position, is this where you have to throw in the white flag and have the go nuts mentality? I mean, it just doesn't seem like Esports are going to stop here. I don't know if they can lose at this point.
Esports is not looking like they can lose either. They just are playing confident, and they are playing some good Rocket League. They look like the best team in the world. They look like the best team in this bracket. Saraki trying to secure it with a double tap, not able to find it. Temp able to get the touch. Oh, and Z not able to find that touch. It's just, I think some tickets are being booked right now.
Yeah, and it's for Z. He'll be getting a ticket there from Av, who ran right into the back of his car. That is now 6-1. Esports. Man, I mean, every game before this has been a 1 or 2 goal difference. It's been close. This game has not been that way. This is GAYTANA Esports at peak potential, and it's good timing that they have it as well, because, again, reminder, the Grand Finals, a spot in the Grand Finals, is up for grabs. Whoever can win this series will be there with a chance to win the entire tournament. GAYTANA Esports would love to be there, and against a team that, like Axiom, that has beaten them so many times before. I mean, they just want to go to the Grand Finals, give themselves the best chance possible, that game advantage, a little bit of a break as well. It's been a long bracket for everyone. And honestly, the way that they're playing, after this game, they'll only be 1 win away.
GAYTANA Esports is on the reverse sweep. And if they get the reverse sweep, that might be one of the best ways to make a grand final. But Lada does have something to say about it. That is definitely some more life for them going into the second half of this game.
Yeah, you can Esports still have a very good chance here. I mean, they don't look amazing this game, but I think many of these games happen because it's just a bad start. It just spirals into something more. A lot of times when games like this get out of hand, you kind of have to forget about it, because I mean, this has not been the series so far. It just is that, yeah, Esports just don't look like they're ever going to be beat here on Utopia Coliseum, as Leon is trying to find another here for Axiom Esports. He'll go to goal. The bump on 1 will be left for Saraki to save. Z, and trying to find anything, even a consolation goal at this point, would be something that Axiom Esports would find pleasurable, as off the corner, Saraki. Z, sidewall. Second touch will be made as a couple players jumped in there from the Esports. That backfield's a bit vulnerable, but they'll win the challenges, and they'll keep that ball out for Axiom Esports. Still just searching again for any sort of consolation in this game. Anything that they can take going into Game 5.
I think what Axiom needs to do is not focus on the game that's ahead of them, but focus on the goal that's ahead of them. They need to focus on not necessarily winning this game, but being the next to score. They need to go by a goal-by-goal basis, not a game-by-game. Because if they're doing that, then they are already checked out.
Yeah, I think with a minute, 30 seconds to go, I think for Axiom, they just want 1 more. Just anything that they can take at the end of this game to really try to prove to themselves that they absolutely know what they're doing here against the Esports, that it really is more of just a bad game rather than a consistent outlook on the series. And, well, they'll get that goal here because Leonis isn't missing from there. Latza with a little light pass to Leonis, and even though Esports has scored a ton of goals here, I think this makes it, 2 goals straight from Axiom? They've looked better at the end of this game. They've really slowed down Esports' progress, and while they can't win from here, this is better from them at the end of this game, and should allow them to get some hope going into Game 5.
It will definitely give them some more confidence going into Game 5. But I think this Game 5 will be decided if on 1 man, and that man is Z. In those first 2 games, he was absolutely unstoppable. But in these last 2 games, he has been very, very silent.
He's been quiet for sure, and I mean, you need everyone if you're going to get these kind of victories here. So we go to Game 5. The series really feels like it's meeting its peak potential now. Champions Field for the first time tonight, and it is in that winners finals. A spot in the grand finals awaits one of these 2 teams. GAYTANA Esports trying to complete the reverse sweep. Axiom trying to just get that spot, win against this GAYTANA Esports team for the 5th straight time. Pressure's on. And you know the lights are ready. They're shining on Champions Field, because that's where we are going. Game 5, a grand finalist will be decided. Does GAYTANA Esports take it after winning 3 games straight, or does Axiom Esports save themselves the embarrassment and find themselves a guaranteed spot in top 2? Get yourself ready. Get your snacks by your side. You won't want to miss this one.
This is Champions Field. This is where stories end and legends are told. And Temp is looking to end Axiom's story in the upper bracket.
Quick start as well here. 3 seconds in, and GAYTANA Esports trying to continue from what they've done previously, from what they've started off previously as well. And it's not the first time that these teams have gone to Game 5 against each other. The last time it happened, though, was back in Week 5 of the regular season. Obviously, that was a match that Axiom Esports won over GAYTANA Esports, but GAYTANA Esports here, not looking up at the past, they're looking for the future, and their future needs to be bold there, as that nearly was a play for Leonis, off the crossbar, Latza, midfield, Z can't go, and Apple try to catch him out of position. Azir was already half back. This will stay in Axiom possession as they look for 1 goal to answer back. Seraki, huge save, and he'll need more of that where it came from, because if anything's going to win this game, honestly, I feel like it's going to be Yuhh Esports' defense.
Yuhh Esports defense is one of the deciding factors in these games. They have put on a show on defense. In the games that they have won, and even the games that they have lost, they have had nearly double-digit saves on the upper half of single digits, for sure. And it's just honestly insane.
I think it shows you just how much the pressure and how much they have to face here against this Axiom Esports team. This is a team that shoots a lot, and they definitely make their shots matter. So, Yuhh Esports have a lot of work to do, but here could be a second, although Leonis will be waiting. Av now lost the challenge. Leonis, back wall, it will roll straight down. Saraki's got the play. Now Latza wins that play in front. Jumping in is Leonis. The shot's not there. And it will be kept away by Yuhh. Open room in front. Av to leave it. Temp can't push his way through, and Latza goes one-on-one. Flip reset. It's in front. Z with the last touch, and Axiom battle through, battle hardened, and with a goal back.
That is a great goal for Z. That is an important goal for Z. He 100% needed that going into the last 30 minutes and 24 seconds into this game. It is a huge confidence boost, but Av, just a great flick. Noticing Z turn the wrong way, just making sure he scores the open net.
From 2-1 for Yuhh Esports, now Axiom Esports. I've got to do that whole charade all over again. Temp with room, past one, through the smoke screen, the other two go. Temp's back though in time, and he won't even need to make a challenge here, as now he jumps in off the play from Av. Off back, can't go. Z doesn't go. This one's in front. Save away. Av, a second effort on offense, as that one is quickly swept under the rug by Leonis. Latza, that's a heavy touch, so he's got to reach back for it, but he's got to flip. Huge block for Temp, but he's out of position. Leonis, Temp running through. It's Av to the goal. It's a race to the net, and Av will win it. 2-1, now 3-1. Yuhh Esports get another.
Yuhh Esports, ever since the third game of the series, Yuhh Esports has been confident, has been fast, has been unrelentless. And that is not stopping in Game 5. They have no nerves, just playing out of their mind.
Sweep territory in the final bracket, and they're still looking for more. This game is not over yet. Leonis wants a word with this Yuhh Esports backline, but so far they've been closed for business as Av can't get through. Leonis, Temp, Latza, eye point touch. Leonis didn't have enough boost to go, but he'll get Z to jump. And now a chance in front, gets by 2. Temp is waiting. As I play for Latza, Yuhh Esports are just waiting. Leonis, Latza, kept up by Seraki. Temp will race back as Seraki can't go again. Leonis dunks out Av as it will be Latza's ball, but he won't have this. Z won't either. It's wide open, and it's Seraki again. Seraki's first of the game. 4-1, Yuhh Esports continue to take an even greater lead over Axiom.
This is a show Yuhh Esports is putting on. It's like they were just losing those first 2 games on purpose at this point. It has just been a complete 180 from Yuhh Esports. They went from losing by 1 to winning by like 3. Almost adding another one on. Z gets a great clear down the field. Temp keeping it close. Not close enough though. And Jonas almost able to find an open into the net. Not quite able to. It's Av for the flip reset off the back wall. Temp for the shot. It's high. Lotta getting past one. Lotta and Jonas having a little bit of a communication error. Nothing big though. Temp trying to squeeze it in. Just trying to muscle it in. Not quite able to.
With only 60 seconds left, time really is going to be Axiom's biggest issue now. 3 goals down in Game 5 as Z to the back wall, doesn't get that touch, he got bumped out the way, and it will be cleared back as for Axiom Esports. Now's the time where you're gonna start to see that panic. They're gonna start to rush their plays. They're gonna start to try to force things in. And Yuhh Esports just need to win those challenges. Saraki, one-on-one with Lotsa. But Lotsa will go for this play, and he'll win it. Z, up the sidewall. Kemp's got it. And it will still be tough here. 30 seconds now as Z, Leonis, running out of time. Axiom still can't find that offense as Lotsa will clear this one away again. Saraki holds, but Leonis can't go, and Z won't be able to win this one cleanly as Av takes it away. 10 seconds to go. It's up to the back wall. It's down in front of the net. Saraki with one more. It's hit the bar, but it will not matter. From 2 games down, it's a reverse sweep in the winners finals. Yuhh Esports will be guaranteed a top 2 finish. As for Axiom, their run now goes to the lower bracket.
Axiom is definitely down, but they are not yet out. They are in the lowers bracket. They are in that losers final. The winner of KCG Chaos and Hell Yeah versus them will be streamed next.
Will be here, and my goodness, what a grand finals. Talk about Yuhh Esports not giving up, a team that they have not beaten in their last 4 matches. And they finally got that win here when it matters most. You talk about that timeliness of Yuhh Esports here, and simply put, they're playing the best they have ever looked at the best time they could have had this look.
They are playing the best Rocket League we have seen in a decent while. They are playing like the best team in this entire league, even.
Yeah, and in many ways, they might be able to claim that spot as the best in the league, but for now, they get to wait and watch a little bit here. They'll be in the grand finals, but you said lower bracket finals will be up next. Axiom Esports going to look to get a rematch with Yuhh in that grand finals, but they're playing against the winner of KCG Chaos and Hell Yeah to get to that spot. We're going to go to break. When we come back, the lower finals to decide what our other finalists will be. We'll see you guys then.
got to say. My heart is on display, but I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Why you been getting crazy? I've been getting dizzy, trying not to keep you in mind. Now I do devices, suddenly enticing since you came back in my life. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you. Do what you gotta do, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you.
Welcome back, welcome back. The lower finals is here. We're in the top 3 at this point now in the Serenyx League Elite Division Finals. Again, brought to you by your sponsors on Future Form Design Labs, where you can get all of your design needs met. Go to Future Form for design questions. But Maxine, lower finals here. We've been waiting a little while for this matchup, but it is confirmed. It will be KCG Chaos rejoining the stream, now taking on Axiom Esports.
This is going to be a great match. I think Axiom Esports is definitely out for some revenge after being reverse swept by Esports, who we'll see in the grand finals right after this match.
Yeah,
They are definitely looking for a rematch against them, but so is Chaos after losing to them in the grand final, in the semifinals, in a sweep. KCG Chaos is definitely looking to get some revenge.
Yeah, you said as well, this is definitely a sort of revenge tour for one of these two teams, but it's the top 3. This is it now. A spot in the grand finals awaits. All these teams have guaranteed a little bit of that prize money, but of course, to win the whole thing, you're going to have to play quite well. So it is KCG Chaos taking on Axiom Esports, and man, I'm going to be excited for what's about to happen here as, we have a bit of an issue here. As while we get things sorted out, it seems like we have a bit of a mistake. My bad. On that one, seems like we didn't have all the teams in the lobby, but while we get things sorted out here, while we get things up and running, while we get KCG Chaos actually in the lobby, I'll take the blame on that one. On that one, I accidentally told the teams to join, and I didn't realize Chaos actually wasn't in the lobby yet. But no, we're in the top 3 here, Maxine. This is just to buy us a little bit of time while we keep talking. This is the lower finals, top 2 spot. Yeah, Esports are waiting pretty. They've been waiting for a long time. You really do like, and oftentimes is the case. The team that wins that lower finals oftentimes has a bit of a slight advantage in the start of the grand finals, and in both these teams they need that. I mean, they both lost to Yuhh Esports. They both really want to win that whole thing. The Esports have a game advantage in that grand finals. It's gonna take a lot, so really make sure you are that top team, the team to face them. That's gonna take even more to beat this Yuhh Esports team. But the thing is, only one of these 2 teams has that chance. Only one of these 2 teams has that possibility. I'm excited to see who it will be, because simply put, both these teams deserve to be in that grand finals, but only one of them can make it.
Of course, of course. Both these teams definitely deserve to win. And honestly, any of the even top 5 teams all had a chance at winning. It is really just a game-to-game kind of thing. It's a day-to-day kind of thing. You need to make sure that you're showing out on the day and not just the one match.
Yeah, it is, but this is where you gotta show up here. The grand finals waits for one of these 2 teams. KCG Chaos have won 2 straight matches through the lower bracket just to get to this point, but now they've got Axiom Esports on the other side, and Axiom Esports, a team that themselves have beaten KCG Chaos more times than they've lost. Last time these 2 teams played was a forfeit loss for Axiom Esports, but the last time they played, and it wasn't a forfeit, was a win for Axiom. In fact, the last 2 times before that forfeit loss were wins for them, both in 3-1 fashion. So KCG Chaos, I mean, we've seen so far tonight, they have not done well against teams that have been rated above them, and Axiom are definitely part of that group of teams that seem to be rated above KCG Chaos' ability.
KCG Chaos, they definitely did not do very good against Yuhh Esports, but Yuhh Esports was also playing some of the best Rocket League that we will maybe see even tonight. But KCG Chaos, I don't think it is fair to completely count them out by just saying that they are rated below Axiom. They definitely still have a good chance of beating them.
Yeah, you can't ever count out this KSG team, can you? Because, I mean, we've talked about it before. They were one of the top teams this season. They are part of the, you know, 3 teams I think everybody, or 3 or 4 teams everybody had is leading this grouping, and the top 4 seeds are all in, all made it to the top 4. So for KCGKS, no, you can't count them out. And right now they're doing well to hold on to offense. The worry I have for them is that if Axiom start to really pick up the pace, pick up those demos, I worry if that's going to really wreck the rotation that they have, like it did against Esports earlier tonight. For now, though, holding on well. A minute and a half gone by, and a very slow start for both these teams. Both teams, it feels like they're waiting for something to break, and, I mean, simply put, I think we got to wait to see if Axiom Esports can bring that aggression that we know they have, or it will be KCG Chaos who, after their, you know, usual slow start, can really connect together on those passing plays, on the chemistry that makes this team so tough to beat.
Yeah, once this Chaos team is, you know, confident, they're playing their game, it is kind of hard to make them out of their game. It is a breakaway for Axiom, and Z is able to slot it bottom right below a jumping air.
Yeah, and Ant, on this one, just kind of off that demo spawn, he has to cover the majority net there, and that means leaving that front post a little bit open, and good job on Z as well, taking a wider angle, realizing that there can't be a challenge on that front post, and just taking the time to dribble this one around, and it's good recognition from Axiom Esports, and although they do look a bit slow, you know, considering how long they've had to wait, this is a good start for them. 1 goal up, making sure that even when they don't look at their best that they have looked tonight, they are still getting goals, still making life tough for their opponents, as now they'll look for 2. Latza on target, and that's in the top left corner, and Axiom Esports now with a second. Still, they don't look at their best now, Maxine. But I think that's more of a concern for KCG, because if this is Axiom not at their best, then I worry what will happen if Axiom is.
I think Chaos needs some time to get into it. Once they get used to the faster play style of Axiom, they will 100% be able to counter it. At this level, you have to be able to adapt to your opponents, and I think Chaos do a pretty good job at adapting.
Oh my goodness! Posterizing KCG! And now a third for Axiom. Leonis takes the dunk right over Takua. And that was absolutely brutal. Takua got completely pushed out the way.
Leonis was out of nowhere on that play. I didn't even see him jump for the ball before he even had the, like, and by that time, he already had the reset and he was already dunking Chaos. An absolutely stunner play from Leonis. Z trying to add on to that list of great plays from Axiom. Not able to find the net, though.
With time and space, this Axiom team looking for more. They're gonna do just that. A 4th goal. They just continue to score, and for KCG Chaos, I mean, they're known for having slow starts, but this slow start is really working to their detriment right now, because Axiom, 4 goals. This is pretty dominant, even for Axiom Esports' capabilities.
Yeah, Axiom Esports is definitely playing how they want to play right now against this Chaos team. It's going to be a lot to shut this team down now that they have just so much momentum. Talk looking for the upfield pass on Brock off the back wall. Leonis, a great stop on that play. And bangs it into the corner. Z can't quite read it. Lotta is flash back, able to find a good clear on it. Akua taking it back into his corner. Not too much boost to do much with it. Leaves it for Brock instead. Brock not able to get up to it. It's Leonis for the shot. Not able to find it. Leonis in the challenge in the corner. Pakua with the clear. Ants on it. It's beat up by Z. No boost for him. Trying to find a touch in the mid. Triple commit on that. Lotta taking possession off of the sidewall. Brock, a great 50. Now it's Ant taking his time, just shooting the ball in the net. Aqua into the corner, going for the ceiling. Can he find the shot? No, he can't. Ant is high on it. Brock has the open net, but it's not powerful enough. Leonis now for the solo play. Flip reset, doesn't have it. Goes low. Brock cuts around for the pass upfield for Ant. Ant pops it up. Lotta forced to jump and make the save. Takua challenges Ant off of the challenger. Pass to Brock in the midfield, and Brock slots it bottom left of the net.
And for KCG, they're first of the night, and it's well played from Ant. I like the decision here. He knows that Lata's on almost no boost after making that save, and because of that, he's not going to shoot from there because his shot can only go high. But if you give it to Brock, you give it to someone in the midfield, they can go low, they can put it past the defenders. And for KCG, they're first of the nights, and you know, it took them about 4.5 minutes to get that goal. They cannot be that slow in future games if they want to have any chances on winning this series. As Z, looking for a fifth. Brock will get the save, but not the other. Leonis with his second. 5-1 Axiom Esports. If you had any doubts, this should surely clear everything up.
Leonis was just in such a good position right there. If Brock had a clear to the corner, Leonis was on that. If Brock did as he did and just stopped it on the goal line, Leonis was there. The 5-1 lead, commanding lead. Z almost adding on to that lead with a nutty corner read. Leonis now for another solo play, trying to dunk Brock. Not able to find it in the last couple seconds. Z back into the corner, trying to find another angle. Not able to find it once more. And that is it.
That's game one as well, Axiom Esports. I mean, you talk about this team and how many goals they can score. That should be a pretty good demonstration of the offensive capabilities of this team. And for KCG, I mean, having them run through quite an impressive lower bracket. I mean, they had to go through Inspire White, then they had to go through Hell Yeah. But for them, they are going to have a tough time here. Another slow start for this team. And against Axiom Esports, if you start slow, this team can really let that momentum get the better of you. And I worry if that's going to continue here for KCG, because now that this Axiom team has momentum, they're going to look even scarier going into game 2.
Axiom already looked scary that game. Just how much scarier can they get is the real question. Is Chaos able to slow them down, bring them down to their level, or even climb up to theirs? Well,
yeah, and for Chaos, I mean, they are known for slow starts, but this is really a really slow start for them. They're going to need to pick it up quickly in game 2. You don't want to go down early against Axiom, and you don't want to go down 2 games to Axiom. But Axiom, they've got other ideas. They would love a 2-0 lead at this point, and to get things started, it's Latza off of this errant touch from Takua.
just not the right place, not the right touch at the right time. And Takua sends it right into Lada. It's just a lot bad into the net. Takua trying to open up the scoring earlier on, not able to do it. Z touch back to Lada. Lada no boost. Brock forces it up high. Leon is using a little bit less boost he has. Ant, good challenge. Brock's already up. Z's able to get a good clear on it. Ant picks the jump. Takua now taking possession. Gets bumped, but able to recover. Z gets a strong touch out. Ant's on it. Z, a great read on the play.
And that was initially Z's mistake as well. Leaving in the midfield like that gave Ant a great chance to score, but credit to Axiom for cleaning up after themselves. We talked about mistakes earlier and how deadly that can be. Axiom Esports have done pretty well to recover off of their mistakes. They're generally not a team that gives you a ton of time to capitalize, so they're so good at just getting in the way, jumping on the play, as now they gotta be a little bit more careful, as this is in front. Lata kept up by Ant. Brock will have the play as with 1 goal only in this game. Now look for an answer, but Lata leaves it for Z. Takua and Ants will force this one out, but not very far. Here goes Leonis. Ants got bumped, and Leonis saved by Brock as Ants bounced off the bar. Almost a second. Axiom Esports were right there, looking right at the net. That very easily could have been 2 had the save not been there.
What a save that was as well. Now, Ant gonna turn on his lead for Takua. Takua touching in the midfield. Brock popping it up. Getting one more touch past Lada. Ant is bumped out of position. Ant could have been there for the shot. And what a shot it would have been. Brock, one light touch. Able to get past Z. Trying to find the bump now. Not able to find it on Lada. Takua gonna get 1 touch up. Trying to 50 it down. Leonis wins it. Brock, 1 touch. Round 2. Not able to get past Lada once again. Ant is on it. The touch off the backboard. Takua just gets a strong touch. Leonis is stronger though. Brock catches the flip reset, gets 1 touch down. Lada's right there though. Ant, a great clear down the field. Leonis is ready, all the way back, catching it. Leonis, plenty of boost, just forced to 50 it out. Rock touch, they wanted bottom now. Oh, boost. Trying to outplay Ant here. Ant, great challenge. Able to keep possession in his own hands as well. Great fake on Z. Taco has an open net. What a play by KCG Chaos.
Been holding the offense for like the last 2 minutes at this point. I mean, if you were Axiom, you can't hold on to defense, and you can't play defense for that long. So KCG finally find that breakthrough. It took them a very long time just to get there, but the goal and the game now being tied, they have their chances. But look at this one after kickoff. Lada jumped in. Axiom up by 1 again.
What a goal by Lada off that kickoff. He was there faster than I could even react to that. Ready to slot that into the net. Giving Axiom the lead more than halfway into the game. This is not the position Chaos wants to be in. Axiom with the lead is one of the scariest things that we have seen in this final bracket.
Axiom have been pretty scary regardless if they have the lead or not, as now they'll look to add. And with 2 minutes to go, KCG Chaos are low on time, and considering what's happened to them earlier tonight on this stream, a repeat could be in session here as Leonis, Latza, every touch away. Takua will have a tough time reading it, but he will clear it out as Z will send it up for himself. He's got a flip reset. Ant's got bumped. Leonis in field, but no one there to wait. Latza stayed back. Now he goes and will win the challenge. 38 boost in the tank. Oh, and a double commit. There is nobody back. This is open. Brock to Ant in the goal. KCG tie it again as Axiom completely overcommits, and there was just nothing they could do.
Brock getting a little risky on it, passing back to Ant, but it ends up working out in the end as Leonis cannot quite get there for the save. Now, Chaos is able to tie it up. Minute 20 left on the clock. Leonis with the pre-jump and the dunk on top, but it still ends up in Chaos's hand. Lee trying to start a counterattack, not able to do it. Brock piffing out over Leonis. Z now picking up that full boost, going for the solo play. We've seen him do some mechie stuff throughout this final bracket. He's one of the more scarier people, I would say, in the air.
They've always been able to come back, but they've never really been able to take that real first initiative in this game. As an infield play, up goes Z. It is in front! And Latza finishes it off! A hat-trick hero! Axiom Esports lead with less than a minute to go!
Axiom Esports, they are never down, never out. He is just unrelentless. They are just unrelentless. Lada, another shot, add on to that hat trick. 4-2. It's less than a minute left.
The Lada show, where everything's Lada and everything is for Latza. 4-2. And Axiom Esports, did you have any worries about them? Obviously they didn't, because at the end of this game, this is how Axiom wants to play. Latza with another kickoff win. Now out to the corner. Will get the ball in mid. No one there to challenge, though, as Z pushed up as well. Overcommit here for Axiom, but Leonis to save the day. Will let Latza take control as Takua. Leonis jumps back, will send this ball away. Brock up high. Still Brock in front. No one there as multiple players commit. Takua to the corner. Time running low here for KCG as Leonis will go again. Back wall, second touch, back for Z. The time will run out. Game 2, just like that. Latza with 4 goals here will take down KCG Chaos. And Axiom Esports in this best of 5 now lead 2-0.
We saw Axiom with a 2-0 lead in the winners finals. But that does not mean it is something that is final. They were reverse swept by Yuhh. That put them in the lower bracket. And I think Chaos might be able to do the same.
They have to prove it first. They really haven't proven it yet. They've had minimal offense. They've had minimal control in this one. the difference between the difference between esports in in the first 2 games and the last 3 was a world of difference. They had control. They ran the series from game 4 and out. I need to see KC do the same thing. And right now they haven't proven it, but if in game 3 they can do it, they can get a win. You said it, they might have a chance. This series is not over. Yuhh Esports and Axiom Esports proved that already. KCG can still stay alive, but they're going to need to make some pretty huge adjustments, because right now, they're not doing it.
KCG is going to need to make a lot of adjustments. They played great in that last game, right until the end. They just need to shut down the plays that this Axiom Esports squad is able to form.
Tough thing to do here. That's a tall order for KCG, but you're not wrong. That's what they have to do here. That defense needs to tighten up, but first goes the offense as Brock. Oh, it's gone in! It bounced off of Z, and a little bit of fortune goes a long way. Krusty Crew Gaming lead first.
That is a Rocket League moment right there, if I've ever seen it. Brock on the double tap is able to snipe Z, probably on accident, and causes the own goal. It's Takuo with the flick off of the kickoff. It's a 2-0 lead for Chaos. This is the biggest lead that we have seen from Chaos so far.
It's an important one as well. They need to win from here on out just to stay alive in the brackets. It's lower brackets. You lose and you're out. Reminder. And for KCG, their tournament lives on the line here. But you said it. It's not even just a good start. It's the best start they've had so far. And they'll need to keep it. They'll need to get more. This is still far from over as Axiom. Wait back. Now with a touch away by Latza. Low boost, still on the dribble. Latza with a little bit of help from behind, but he'll go himself. Trying to pinch it between the defenders. Z up in the air. That back wall's wide open. He'll go pancake. Drop it in front. Brock clears. Leonis to the back wall to go. No one's got that touch. Now it's Takua. As he'll get by one more. And KCG on the back pass will hold the ball. This was right in front of the net. You really felt like they were going to get scored on there, but they do well. That's the defense that we need to see from them, but it's got to stay consistent. They've got to do more of that.
That is what we like to see from Chaos. We like to see that defense, and we like to see those transitions into offense. Speaking of Z with that the offensive switch. Oh, and they can't make the save. Chaos concede the first time this game. The 1-goal game. Minute happen.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of time to go. And for Ants, he knows that that's one that he should be getting. It's a pretty routine touch for Ants. Just simply put, didn't read where the back wall was in time. And now, as you said, a 1-goal difference. And Axiom Esports, they may look to take this one away quickly as, well, they were supposed to win that kickoff. We'll still have the ball here as that is sent back. Leonis up for Latza. Brock wins the play, but this will be Axiom possession as it is Z. Flip. A second flip. Stopped by Takua midair as Brock jumps in. Latza takes that challenge. Ants will wait under this one as his chance to go to the skies will fail. Takua to Ants. This one is in front of the nets, but it won't get in the net. And it stays a 1-goal difference as now Latza. His flip resets will be stopped by Takua midair. Brock. Z. Still going as Z. He's still got the play here as Latza shot it off of Z. Leonis with room. We'll have one more. Takua's got the save as that's right in front of the goal. Z again. Ants will get to this one and keep his team up by 1, but half a game still to go. And this Axiom Esports team, they're mounting that next goal. They're mounting that next attack. It really feels like a matter of time before that second goal will be found. That is, unless KCG can find it first.
KCG, they want to extend that lead. They have the lead, and that is a cushion that they can fall on if needed. But they want a bigger lead. That might, if they are able to score 1 more goal, that may secure this game number 3 for Chaos. Especially because they are 2 games down. They don't want to lose 1 more, because that will mean the end of the road for them.
They need to hold on here desperately, but Again, they're fighting for that third goal. They don't want to have to play on the defensive side against Axiom, a team that themselves so far has proven their offense is pretty great. But here comes Brock, and that shot's pretty great here as D mishandled it in front of the net. So was trying to go for yet another flick out, just completely lost it. Leonis wasn't going to be back in time, and Brock is waiting. A great opportunity for Chaos, and they don't miss.
That is a shot that you can't be missing, and Brock is not going to miss it. He's able to find that third goal that we've been talking about for Chaos for a decent bit now. A 3-1 lead is a significant lead in these kinds of games. These games are normally so low scoring, even when you have an offensive powerhouse team like Axiom. If you can play that lockdown defense like Chaos have been, you're only going to hold them to that 1 or 2 goal margin. And as long as you're able to score those goals like Brock just did, then that is all you need.
Give away. That's another for Brock. Could be another goal! And it's another own goal here. 2 own goals this game from Axiom. This one courtesy of Latza. And that shot wasn't on. It was actually going to go wide there. And unfortunately, Vlada didn't realize that until it was far too late. ACG Chaos. I mean, it feels like at this point they've secured this game and secured what they're hoping is that reverse sweep. It will take a lot more games to do so, but we've seen this before, and I mean, this is the first time they've really controlled the game. They got on the board early, they took advantage of early mistakes, and Axiom Esports just weren't able to mount that response because KC Chaos' defense has really stepped up to the challenge. More of that, and who knows, they may be the team to play against Esports in the grand finals.
Either way, no matter who wins this series, it will be a rematch of either the winner's final or the semifinal, depending on who wins. And both of them will have some kind of need for revenge, want for revenge against the
Well, the Latza gonna go wide, and for Axiom Esports at this point, they'll concede into this game. They will not be able to win this series in just 3 straight games. So we go to game 4 up next. KCG Chaos now with a whole lot of momentum. The first time in this series that they have really looked like they are on top of things. But they're going to need to do this again. This series is not over. And again, Axiom, reminder, still have quite the advantage, being up 2-1.
going into that game number 4. Axiom may be having some flashbacks to that winner's final against Yuhh Esports. They went up 2-0 in the series and then lost 3 back-to-back. And so, now that they went up 2-0 in the series, they're kind of in the same kind of situation as before. They just lost this game after going up 2-0.
Yeah, it is, and for Axiom Esports, I'm sure a little bit of deja vu might be playing in their minds right now. They've got a long road ahead of them, both these teams, and you don't want to make it any longer for yourself if you have to. But here we go, it's game 4. And reminder, for Axiom, they can still win this series, still move to the grand finals, but KCG Chaos waiting on the other side. And considering the way that Chaos have played last game, they can repeat that success. We may have another potential reverse sweep on our hands now in the lower finals, but that's going to be a tough thing to do here because Axiom, they're still Axiom Esports. Like, let's not deny how good this team is. And if their offense does find its footing, KCG are going to be in a lot of trouble here. But Takwa to get things started. Z will be there. Lada to get by Brock. No second touch. We'll instead leave it for Leonis. Ant does have this touch, but it was just enough on it. And Axiom Esports still on offense, but they need to hold on to this play as now almost got beat by Takwa. He's still got to play in front. Z flicks up high. Ant goes. This is on target. Oh, it's off the post. That just dinged wide. And for KCG, their first great chance. And if they can do more like that, this game could very well be theirs. Another potential one-sided win.
Chaos looking to start off early and almost able to find the shot on the net. Lada able to find the save. Lada kind of kind of rushing it a little bit. Not taking his time with the ball. He's kind of just throwing it out of there. This isn't Axiom that we saw in those first 2 games. They're definitely having deja vu, definitely falling a little bit under the pressure of the reverse sweep. They don't want it to happen again, and they're kind of making sure it doesn't. They've played some good defense so far, but Ant looking to break it up.
No goals as of yet though, so I would hold your breath still, and if they are playing like they should be or not here, if you're on the side of Axiom Esports, still a lot of time to figure that one out here, and still a lot of time to decide who will have that first strike capability. As Brock, Latza can't beat Takua. Z's last one back, and they'll take their chance here off the back wall. Latza is waiting. He'll get rid of Brock, though. It's open for Z! And he puts it under the bar. A huge bump. And in comes Axiom to follow.
What a flick there to make sure that bump was worth all the effort. You can't really get a better flick than that in that kind of situation. If that flick was any lower or any weaker, it might have been able to get saved. And what an angle that is! It's off the post and not in. Lotta trying to find a double touch when they fake it. Z also can't get the touch. Leona is going to bring it to the side, pinch it up and off of the ceiling. Z, a flip reset catch, double commit for the ball. Lotta shoots it, soft target, but Brock clears it out. Leona's off of the corner. It's to no one. Ant now trying to clear it down the field. Z pops it up. Plenty of boost, flip reset. Mac tough. Not able to find the goal though. Ant on the back wall. Gets it saved. But Lotta's there. It's off the back wall. Leona is trying to find the net. Double commit for the save. But they find it. Brock, a great clear down the field. Lotta in his own corner, taking his time with it. Able to read the touch from Ant. What a read it is.
Foot here. It was an immediate turnaround too from that play by Brock, but the ACG will keep things going. Now it's their chance to inflict some punishment as Brock to the back wall. It's an open play, and Ant will jump first. KCG back in it, courtesy of the captain.
Ant, the captain of Chaos, leading them to the tie and potentially the finals. That is going to give some life in Chaos. Great pass from the team. Now, Ant, take possession, bring it out to the sidewall. Not too much boost. Leonis with the challenge. Brock in his own corner. Gonna play the 50 to Ant. Out Ant for the sidewall. Lotta for the shot. It's on target. What a save from Brock, but it goes straight to Z. Z taking that boost, trying to find a pass mid, able to find it. Ant, great clear out. Brock is quick to it. Gets bumped, but recovers. Not able to get the shot, unfortunately. Now Z, full boost, catches the flip reset. A wonderful pop-up, but Ant, a great beat in the midfield, into the corner. Lotta's there. What a clear from Lotta. Takua is ready for it, though. Pops it up, above 1v1. Flick pass, Leonis not quite able to find it. Brock catches it. You know, find the pass to Ant. Ant for the shot. It's off the crossbar. Takua is there, and Takua gives Chaos the lead.
KG have not run out of boost, have not run out of steam, and have not run out of hope. Half a minute on a 1-goal advantage. Now they've got to protect this with their lives. As Ant with another chance. Save away by Z to the corner. Brock for one more. Brock to net. Saved by Leonis as he'll get that last touch. Lotta jumps in. Takua reads that play beautifully, but it is Leonis still. Now Lotta. That's the net. Brock will be there. Leonis to goal! And Axiom! It's tied again!
Leonis found the opening. Ant a little too late to that. Could not quite make the save from the fall. And it is tied up with 16 seconds left on the clock. The next goal will most likely decide the winner of this match.
Oh, what a save! And got there, still another one. And you're right, I think that next goal will do it. Axiom Esports fighting for it here in front of the goal, but it hits the floor. Overtime. And I have Axiom Esports score next. They're off to the grand finals. If KCG do it, we may see yet another reverse sweep in our Elite Division Championship. Z will take that first challenge. Leonis away, but it's Brock with Takua upfield, but he can't get a great first touch. Ant's gonna help him out here, but they're gonna have a tough time just to get a shot on nets, and they won't do even that. Cleared up. Brock, with all his teammates gone, no boost left, needs this play. Him and Ant commit. Z forces Takua to stay grounded. Another chance in front. Leonis to the ceiling, to the floor. But Brock is waiting. Maxine, time here for both these teams to reflect on what they've done so far. Both these teams have led at points during this season. Both these teams have waited for this opportunity. But who is to show up under the pressure? Who is the player that will lead their team to victory?
If I had to pick one player from both teams, Z is that make or break on the Axiom Esports squad. And on this Chaos squad, Takua, he is able to show up the most when it matters. It's going to be Takua off the back wall for the shot. Leonis finds the save. Ant trying to just force the play to continue. Brock, a great flick up. Z is already off onto the sidewall. Z, sidewall redirect down the field. Takua in the midfield, able to stop it. It's off the back wall. Leonis clears it out. Brock, forced to turn around. Forced to bring it into his own corner. Ceiling pinch down the field. Lotta catches it in the midfield. Able to stay behind it. Takua, great challenge. Z is there to bang it down the field. It's to Leonis. Leonis can't get the touch. The double commit on it. Takua able to recover and challenge in the mid. Lotta accidentally hits too heavy of a touch. Takua with a great redirect. Z, little too behind the ball. It's a shot from Takua. Lotta able to find the dunk for the save. Now Brock getting one touch around. Leonis is there for the shot. Blocked. And KCG Chaos stay alive.
It fights another day, potentially, but still no goals over 2 minutes of extra Rocket League played, and these teams still battle. Leonis, the bump play, too slow for Lotta, though. Brock, challenged by Leonis, a demo on Ants, means Takua's gotta go, but he doesn't have the boost to score. Brock, and now Leonis. Leonis still to the back. Ant, that's a heavy, heavy touch just to get rid of it. KCG right now playing a losing battle, relying more and more on those heavy clears, and Axiom is building more and more on offense. They just need to take these challenges. They need to win some 50s. They need to put Axiom back. Maybe this is it. But Z takes it. Takua still goes off the post in front. It's it. Oh, but he's missed the net. It's gone wide, and we stay in this one.
That could have been it. That could have been the game 5. That could have been the Champions Field, but not quite yet. Axiom Esports stay alive, and now Ant on the break with an open net, but Ant doesn't have boost. Ant does not to go for it. Decides to pass to Takua. Takua can't find the shot, and now Lotta on the counterattack, full boost, going for the solo play. Brock jumps, not able to get a touch. Oh, but he does. He recovers. Goes deep for the shot. It's off the crossbar. Takua can't get a touch. Ant full boost. Lotta forces the touch out, but it's straight to Takua. Takua, air dribble, bomb. It's the demo, not on target, but it's an open net, and Leonis recovers and make the save. And we stay in overtime.
That looked wide open for Takua, and yet somehow Axiom Esports reappear on the to play. The defense stands tall, and the game continues again. In front, Brock loses a challenge. This is it in front. Takua is waiting, and he'll make a clutch touch. Z, one-on-one with Brock. Back wall, Takua will be there. Lotta, it's over. Axiom Esports are off to the grand finals.
And what an overtime that is. 4 minutes and 9 seconds of overtime. And Lotta, the deciding factor for Axiom Esports.
As wanted in the grand finals, Yuhh Esports are waiting, but they won't have to wait much longer. My goodness, what a game 4. 4 extra minutes played. You said it, 4 minutes, 9 seconds. And that's the chance that will end the run for Krusty Crew Gaming. For Axiom Esports, So they still have time left here to play against Yuhh Esports, and my goodness, they really fought it. They deserve it after how long that OT was. Yuhh Esports have been waiting though, Maxine, and they beat them earlier, and Yuhh Esports are looking to do it again. The grand finals up next. We're gonna go to this break. We'll be back soon. At the end of Season 0, 2 teams remain. And there's one Grand Finals that decide a winner. $100 up for grabs, it's split 3 ways. And this is it, Maxine. Season 0 has 1 match left in its Elite Division.
This is what a rematch that has been played for the entire season has led up to. Yuhh Esports versus Axiom Esports.
Yeah, I mean, we seriously are going to get the best of the best here. You talk about, you know, this matchup. It's not even a rematch for today. It's a rematch for the whole season. It's a match for championship, a match for glory. And it's a match that, I mean, these players are playing for. This is the biggest match of them all, the Grand Finals. 1 game goes to the advantage of Yuhh Esports. They've already won game 1 by default because they went through the upper brackets. They need to win 3 more for Axiom Esports. They've got to win 4 in this best of 7. So while we are going to start in game 2, this is a big moment for this roster because, man, tonight is going to be one. It's going to be a big night. There's going to be a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of action. These players are gearing up and are ready to go. And I mean, just earlier tonight, Yuhh Esports had their first win against Axiom Esports after multiple weeks of losing. And this is going to be this. This is the Grand Finals. Again, Yuhh Esports beat Axiom Esports for the first time after 4 straight losses earlier tonight. They need to do it again to win the Grand Finals. Axiom, you said it, are looking for revenge after that earlier loss. The Grand Finals is here. Forget everything that happened before now. Everything that went up to this moment. It is here, now, and it matters. The Grand Finals of the Elite Division, sponsored by Future Form Design Labs. We are here. This is it. Game 2. And the Grand Finals begins. Yuhh Esports lead 1-0 by default. But Axiom Esports, that 1-game advantage may not hold long against them.
This is what we have been waiting for. The match between these 2 players, and that's the 2 teams. And of course, it's a rematch between the winners finals as well. Just proving all so much that they deserve to be in this final. Axiom Esports versus Yuhh Esports. Axiom looking to start it off hot with Z for the solo play. Lotta for the shot, and it's Av with a great save. Leonis off of the corner of the ceiling. Lotta's there for the shot. Av with another save. Saraki popping it up for Temp for the save. Leonis in the corner. Not able to squeeze it by. Z for the pre-jump. Gets 1 soft touch for Lotta. Lotta can't do much with it. Just throws it into the corner. Now Av for the 50. And now the game slows down a little. Both teams just gonna...
And for Yuhh Esports, they've been waiting for hours so far, Maxine. I mean, you have to think they're cold at this point. They've been waiting a lot longer than maybe they were anticipating for this matchup. And I mean, you have to think that what that's going to do to a team like Yuhh Esports. They've been waiting. They're cold now. This could really be to the advantage of Axiom. I feel like it is at this point to the advantage of Axiom because they just came off a win. They're not cold, but maybe I'm wrong because here goes Av with goal 1 Yuhh Esports after, you know, with a 1-game advantage, are feeling pretty good. Right now, they're sitting on their high horse and they're looking to add even more to that.
I was going to say though, Yuhh has this game to get readied up, to get into the swing of things. But if they end up losing this game, they still have that win advantage to have a cushion to fall on. And if it comes to that, then it is just a normal best of 5 once again.
Yeah, and that's the difference that this first game can really make. If you lose this one on side of Axiom, your job gets very, very difficult indeed. If you can win it, you really open up the play to really take over. This is not a major advantage for Yuhh Esports. They can't treat it like it is. You got 1 series to prove yourself here in this Grand Finals, and if you don't play well, you don't get a second chance. There is no bracket reset. Just 1 match and 1 chance to make it known that this is your championship. As Temp not able to get by Leonis, Saraki will win the challenge. As he waits back, Yuhh Esports look for another chance as Lotta jump in by Temp. Still Temp will go. This one saved away as in goes Saraki, but Z stops it, and Yuhh Esports really doing well to just get in the 50s here against a team like Axiom who want to start out fast. Your Esports struggled with them earlier tonight, lost 2 games straight to them in that winners finals before completing the reverse sweep. Tonight, though, in this grand finals, they don't want to go down that same path.
Of course not. Axiom is looking to start this series off hot and then finish it hot as well. They don't want to go up multiple games. They don't want to go to match point and then lose when they already had to sap much momentum. But so does Yuhh Esports. Yuhh Esports wants to come out swinging, and they want to not have to stop swinging.
Will be kept away. Saraki wins that challenge. Leonis. Temp. That's a demo onto the side here as Leonis will wait a little bit longer. Av still there. 1-0 up for Yuhh. And this very small lead could be all they need as here goes Temp. Second touch! Under the bar! Yuhh Esports, I don't even know how Temp got that shot, but he took it. And now his team leads by more.
Yuhh Esports have a 2-0 lead, and they already have the advantage in the series. Things are stacking up again, Axiom, as this game goes on. Saraki in the midfield, beat out by the bounce. Now Saraki's gonna recover though. Gonna touch it to Av. Av off the back wall. Z denies it. Leonis out to Lada. Liada keeps possession with a great flip. Z now for the shot below Av, and he's able to squeeze that into the net.
And it's a big ask as well, but hey, you get what you get and you gotta make things happen. Z here, faking that high shots, and everybody jumps on the side of Yuhh Esports. Axiom's not out of this one. Over a minute to go, and a lot of time to still get that goal back.
That goal is definitely recoverable, but this defense of Yuhh Esports is almost impenetrable. You need to literally take them out of the game before you can score on them. But it seems like Yuhh Esports is better at demos than Axiom. A great demo from Temp clears the way completely for Av. The most open net that has ever been open.
Yeah, and it is. And for Yuhh Esports, and a response as well, this is a message to Axiom Esports. They're not going to go down very easily here. They're not going to go down quietly. In fact, they're going to score whenever Axiom thinks they have a chance to come back. And Axiom definitely had a chance to after that last goal, but now those hopes may have been dashed a little bit here as Leonis will get that block. Av, back wall, second. Saraki will fake out the touch from Latza as Temp goes again. That demo actually forces Av to be a bit slow to his backfield as Saraki to the corner. On it is Latza, but he can't clear it away. In goes Av. It's saved in front by Leonis. And with, time running out here, Axiom Esports, they've got to score on this chance. Latza down to Z. Off that dealing, he'll go under Temp, but without another chance to score. This will be cleared out by Yuhh Esports.
A great bump from Z and a miss from another Axiom member. Lada for the shot. It's on target. Temp with the save, and it's cleared out far by Av. And that will definitely be the game. Leonis sends it mid. And there it is. 3-1 win for Yuhh Esports. Now with the 2-0 lead in the series. Axiom Esports already put on their back foot.
This is now Axiom Esports who are nervous for the rest of this series. And again, they're going to have a tough road ahead here. But for now, we will just have to see because, this is game 2. This is now a 2-0 lead. It's a tough task ahead for Axiom. They got to win 4 of the next 5 games. It's possible, but they've really made life tough for themselves here, losing this second game. A game that, honestly, if they want to win the series, they really should have taken.
Yes, like you said, they most likely had to have taken this game if they wanted a better chance to win the series. It's a bad situation to be in, really. You're already 2 down in the series if you only played 1 game. It's just not the kind of place you want to be in if you're an Axiom fan.
Of course, says again, what a start to the series so far. 2-0 now. And we continue to play as well. As it sounds like we're getting a call for a lobby reset, so I'm gonna confirm real quick as well. And it sounds like it's gonna be the case here. So yeah, these teams calling for that reset. We're gonna get a quick lobby reset in. So Maxine, a little bit of time now, a little bit of extra time for Axiom Esports to try to reform what they had lost there. Game 2, they can forget about that game now. My worry though is that if now down by this much, even if they do start that comeback, boy is it gonna be tough to keep it up.
That comeback is possible, but I would probably say improbable. This Yuhh Esports team, they are impossible to stop once they get going. No one has been able to do it so far, and Axiom already had to struggle to deal with it.
Yeah, and you said as well, Axiom's already had enough struggles tonight, but the Esports have definitely been the toughest one for them here, and you see them with an advantage as well, and it really does make things tougher for Axiom and their work, but we can't deny that the chance is there for them, as we're going to go right back into this one. Now it's game 3, and for Yuhh Esports already on a great opportunity, 2-0 up to maintain that lead. They're going to have to continue to play because they're so close to winning the championship, but yet they're still so far away. As an infield play, off the back, Av just missed it. That could have been goal 1. Axiom, I'm going to be very happy that that goes wide, because if Yuhh scores that, they're already off to a terrible start in a game that they really also have to win. They have to win these games early. If they lose this, it's quadruple match point. And from there on out, I mean, reverse sweeps are possible, but best of 7 reverse sweeps, they're few and far between. And Axiom Esports, they don't want to rely on a miracle to have to win this tournament.
Personally, as a caster, I have never seen a best of 7 reverse sweeps. I have seen best of 5 reverse sweeps. Best of 5 reverse sweeps have happened in this final bracket alone, but a best of 7, that might just be slightly out of reach, especially in this moment, in this team, Yuhh Esports. But Lotta getting really physical on it. It's on the goal line, but Av is able to get there, keeping Yuhh Esports tied with Axiom in game number 3. Rocky, no boost, able to flick past one and stay on it. A great touch. Lotta's there, popping it up in the midfield. Av trying to get there, not able to do much with it though. Temp getting a light touch to keep it in his possession. Leonis able to get a pass mid. That's a double commit for the clear. So Rocky's able to stay on it with the dunk. It's not on target, just wide. Av with a great dunk right there again. Temp for the shot. It's high. Av is there, not able to force it in. So Rocky, the light shot on net. Lotta, the pass upfield. Leonis can't find the touch. And now Av, full boost, just keeping it close. Temp is at one to clear it out. Lotta catches in the midfield. Flip reset, but it goes nowhere.
Will be Temp again, who will go to the back wall as Z waits under it here. Still the play as Latza, Av, that's a heavy redirect here, so that's going to be some space that they can work with. There's another clear away. Leonis, Av is waiting back as Lotta has got to be careful on this one. Saraki, Yuhh Esports still searching for that first goal as we now pass the halfway point. Still nothing going through, and considering both these teams have scored a ton of goals already tonight, it is so defensive now. It's so quiet. You can hear a pin drop with how little that has happened, but yet these players, they're just waiting for that opening. And in grand finals like these, oftentimes they're so momentum-based. Nobody wants to make that mistake. Nobody wants to be the reason that their team falls apart here in game number 3 as Yuhh Esports go again. It's Temp to the back wall, stopped by Latza as Saraki jumps in. It's an infield play, but Latza will have the touch. It's Z who can't find the shot, but he will find Leonis. Av takes it. Still Av, but no boost. He'll need to let Temp take away as here he goes, challenged by Leonis. Saraki, Z is waiting, and now it's Av to go. This is to the back wall, and yet still nothing going through. Longest time so far today we've had a game where there's been no goals scored. Still these teams continuing to try to ask the meaningful questions as an infield play. Z is there again. Av to go through. Yuhh Esports continuing to just ask question after question, play after play. Can someone go in? That's gone off the back post. Temp in front. It's wide open, but he can't put it in. He didn't have the boost for it. And man, that is a huge open opportunity. Still no goals. Over 4 minutes straight of goallessness. And yet again, I don't know who's going to take this one. There's been chances, but there has not been anything that has really told me that one of these teams is better than the other.
You say this game has been quiet.
Oh!
Oh, but there it is! The bump from Lada to slightly throw them off. As I was saying, though, you say this game has been quiet, but it really has not been. That defense speaks 1,000 words. Both of these teams played lockdown defense. Yuhh Esports had to literally take the defense out in order to open up the scoring. And it took them 4 minutes to do so. And Z with the angle of a lifetime!
You can't make this up! How on earth does Z find this one? Back wall! And even Temp recognized he had it! Can you believe that? Axiom Esports have answered, and it's tied again!
What an angle from Z to put Axiom Esports right back into this. Leonis, not a lot of boost. Just go slow with it. Leaves it for Z. Seraki's on it, though. Lada needs that touch to save it. Z for the challenge. Able to get a clear pass. Another. Ave redirects it. Seraki going for the flick. Lada's able to clear it out. Leonis takes possession for his own. Not too much boost. Not able to get past Av. Lada touches this up. It's in the midfield. He gets past the last defender, but Seraki's there. Z off of the sidewall. Gets a redirect off the back wall. Av is there. Z once more off the ceiling. Lada can't get there. And Z just lets it drop. We have overtime in game number 3.
Big overtime at that as well. I mean, this could be quadruple match point for Yuhh Esports if they score next. Axiom really need to score here. I mean, they can come back maybe from 3 games down, but you don't want to put yourself on that position. You said you've never seen it. In fact, in my entire year, I've been doing casting for over 3 years. It's only happened to, I've only seen it 3 times, and every best of 7 I've had, so it's a tough thing to do, and it's not exactly something you want to do in a grand finals. There's a chance on, save away, Seraki, second touch, couldn't sneak it by as Temp goes. Z doesn't have an easy play to make, and well, he'll see this one out as Temp makes things awkward. Seraki again, Temp to get the play on Latza. Av, back wall, Z doesn't have it. Leonis still takes it away. Calm and collected from Axiom, but still they stay back. Still they play defense. Still Yuhh Esports look for that chance. It's Temp, but he won't get it there. And Axiom Esports, for the first time in OT, now have their chance to end game 3.
This has been a back and forth game. It is just a matter of who will make the mistake first or who will make the better play first. That's a great bump from Seraki, but Z is there to make the clear off of the touch. Z with the redirect. It's on target, and Temp makes the save off of the save. Leonis is there. Another redirect off the back wall. Av can't get the touch. Temp for the challenge. Z able to 50 it out. Lada in the 50. Goes to Leonis for the open net. And Z is going to pierce the goal. And Axiom Esports finds some life in the grand finals.
Far from over. This series is far from over. And you better believe it's Axiom Esports who will stay right here. 1 game in overtime as well. And you fought as if they needed to win game 3, and they've done just that. This grand finals has got a lot to go through. And clearly, neither of these teams are going to let it up.
Neither teams want to lose this grand finals. They both won it, and dare I say, an equal amount. Z performing it, putting on an absolute show. This is what we were waiting for in that last series against Yuhh. And Z just stayed quiet until the very end. But now Z, he's woken up. He's locked in. He is performing.
And what a performance it is. It's one I've definitely found impressive. I mean, you got to think about both the goals he had. Man, they had to work hard for him. But it absolutely will be there. And for Axiom Esports, well, they're walking closer and closer to taking down Yuhh Esports. Reminder, Yuhh Esports don't have a second life anymore. If they lose this, their run is over, and they'll have to just stay at that second place position. A game that really could have won the series, you felt, for Yuhh Esports. And Axiom Esports, I mean, it's Z. He's been clutch all night, and he's clutch again when they need him.
Z has been that clutch factor for Yuhh Esports. He has been the make or break in the upper finals. He was asleep and they lost against Yuhh in game 5. But now is different. Z is awake and he is thriving. Oh, but Temp with the angle. Yuhh Esports.
I have no words. I have no
not
words for
sleep.
just how disgusting. And you're right, they're not sleeping on him. They've never slept on Axiom. But I mean, how do you stop that? That's incredible.
Off of the rip of the game, not even 30 seconds in, and Yuhh Esports have already struck. Leonis trying to strike back for Axiom Esports, not quite able to do it. Have no more boost to continue on with this, just trying to find the 50, trying to find an overcommit. A lot of great clear. It's Z catching with the flip reset, can't quite continue on with it. Temp just bangs it down the field. Leonis, being that third man, catches it off the back wall. It's a great catch as well. Starting a counterattack once again. The cut around 1, going for the bump, can't find it. Now, Av finds a outplay on 2, but Z is back. Serenyx keeping that in the midfield. Lada gets the clear. Temp is there on it. Off of the back wall, Leonis is on it. Getting one touch up, going for the air dribble. The flip reset, not able to find it. Serenyx dunks him. And Z keeps it out of the net. Another great touch from Z. Now it's Av off the back wall. Lada can't find the touch. Leonis rushing for it. It's a great 50 from Leonis. It's an open net. Serenyx rushing back. Temp is able to find the touch to keep him out of danger.
Just out of danger too, because there's still another chance. Av just got back to that one, but it's Axiom who are looking for yet another goal, another way to sneak their way back into the conversation. Av not able to recover, so he won't have boost. He can't challenge again, but Serenyx will. And a big time clear at a big moment. That could have been another, as here goes Temp, not able to score. Av, Latza, Leonis, Z's up front, and now he goes. He'll get through Serenyx. Back to Leonis, to Z. Latza will choose not to go. It was the building of a passing option, but that final pass did not go anywhere where it wanted to. And Yuhh Esports will get out of defense again. One goal up. I mean, this lead's is not expected to last forever, but at least for now, they're still making Axiom Esports play forward for it.
Axiom Esports is trying to cut that lead down right now. They would rather have an answer sooner than later. They only have one game compared to Yuhh Esports 2, and they don't want to go down 3 games in the series. It's not a very good place to recover. It has happened, but it's just very unlikely that it will. Leonis gets the touch off of the sidewall, off the bump from his teammate. Lada on his own back side, getting a touch in the midfield. Av is there, going for the flip reset, not able to get past Leonis. Serenyx for the shot, it's high, but it was a pass to Temp for the shot. Is it the save? Z's able to find it, but Serenyx forces it in.
Oh, you can't believe it. That was resting on the goal line. And I thought for a second Axiom would get away with that. But everybody jumped in. Serenyx will win it. And hey, Yuhh Esports, now 2.
Yuhh Esports now up 2. They are looking to add on to that. Leonis denies it. Z now for the solo play, just decides to go down. Temp touch off the back while no one's there. Av for the shot. Leonis able to find a block. It's Serenyx off the back wall. Can't find the double tap, but Temp is there. Z is able to find the save. Now Lada, no boost. In his corner, able to find a 50. Another one with Serenyx. Serenyx finds the pass in the mid, but Temp isn't there for it. Z demoed by Av, but Lada's there, flicks it up high. Temp and Leonis race for it. And Leonis decides to demo Temp. Great pop-up. Z getting a touchdown. It's a lot of backflips. Able to recover. Get a flick down the field. Last back. Able to find the save. It's Temp for the recovery. Gets bumped off of it. It's Lotta. Touch to the midfield for Leonis. Leonis gets a touch up. Flip reset. Pass. One. And Z finds the redirect from the goal line.
You'll get them as they come. I mean, this is creative from Z. He's coming in from the underside of the net as well. In and out, and in the back of the net. I mean, that is creative from Z. And they find a way again to keep Yuhh Esports on their feet, on their toes. It was overtime last game. Who knows, it may be overtime once again for this game as Z kept up, but Saraki will challenge Leonis off that sidewall. Cleared away. It is Z again. Lotta right behind him, but he won't need to go as it's Z. Flip reset. Under one. One to beat. Wins that challenge. It's Z who cannot get the last touch on it. And it will go to midfield instead. Av. Saraki will go back to Av, and he can shoot from here, but that 1-goal lead will still be there as Temp now to try to seal it. Saraki hit the front post. 2v1 the other way as Z doesn't have enough to go. He'll take it to the sidewall. Food boost in tow. Still Z. Past one. Z past him. Oh! Z goes through them all. And Axiom with 1 tick of the clock left have tied it.
Axiom. The clutch factor. Z, the man, the myth, the legend. He tied it up both games to send it into overtime. And now, overtime, where Axiom won their first game. Can they win the second? Let's see. Z for the 50 Temp. Gets it down. Leonis is beat out, but it illustrates to Lotta. Lotta pops it up. Goes 1 touch off the ceiling. 50 with Saraki. Temp is there. Able to get 1 touch out. Z for the 50. Leonis a little bit too far pushed up. Gets the 1 flick. Forces Av a little awkward. It pinches out Saraki. Last man back. 50 with Z. It's off the post and up. Lotta's up for it. Doesn't get the touch that he wants though. Leonis touch up to the side, but he finds no one. Z's all the way back. Z playing defense. Plays it well. Forces the 50 out to Leonis. Now Saraki off of the ceiling. Z pre-jumps for it. Lotta last back. Finds the clear. It's Av off of the sidewall. Leonis has to get a piece of it, and he does. It's off the counterattack now. Z off the sidewall. It's Lotta trying to get there for the 50. Can't find it. Temp on the other side of the field catches it. Flicks it. Makes Leonis awkward. Last back is Z. Z doesn't get bumped. Leonis not able to find the touch. Z able to, though. Lotta off of the corner. Shot potential for Leonis. It's off the ceiling. Temp can't find the touch, but Saraki can. Lotta for the shot. Temp is there. Leonis touch to Z. Z takes his time with it. Not able to find any openings in that defense.
Game played in our 4th game of the series, and we've seen our 2nd straight overtime. Last one won by Axiom after minutes upon minutes of asking the questions, and still it feels like they're searching. Lotta, midfield for Leonis. 1 big chance will open things up. Could it be Z again? He's got 2 this game. And maybe, just maybe, that 3rd will be what they need. But it's Av forcing out Lotta. Saraki on Z. Saved away. Temp will go, but he can't shoot. He's in the wrong position. And Yuhh Esports will again wait back, but they're not waiting too long. Z's taken out. And now Saraki causing some havoc. Temp. Av. Z, we can't win it! It is Temp! It's Av's goal! Yuhh Esports now 1 away from winning it all!
What a series this has shaped up to be. 2 overtimes back to back. One of them going Axiom's way and the other going to Yuhh Esports.
I mean,
Yuhh Esports.
That's insane. I don't know what to say. That's insane to me. To see how these teams play so close, and yet, what I am impressed with is the fact that it's somehow 3-1. Somehow, it's 3-1. I mean, this felt like this was going to be a series that was going to be tied up, Maxine. That's how close these teams are playing. A few changes, and who knows what we might be saying now. Who knows? It could be Axiom Esports who could be leading 3-1 at this point.
Axiom Esports very well could be the winner of the series. It has been closer than ever. That is 2 OCs back to back. That one 2 minutes long. And Z being that man for Axiom, almost quadruple digit points. 2 goals, 7 saves, and 4 shots. Absolutely crazy.
You said it. It's been a crazy, crazy showing so far. But for Yuhh Esports, they just need to win one more game. One more game, and they'll be champions of the Elite Division. Again, shoutouts to our sponsors in Future Form Design Labs. If you want your design needs met, there's your people to ask here. And Maxine, to think that this whole season comes down to these last couple of games, I mean, it feels like it's a storybook ending at this point. Yuhh Esports are writing the story right now, but you almost feel like as if it you know, that it is Axiom Esports' chance now to take control of the story. And who knows, they may be writing a very different outcome.
Yuhh Esports, they may be up 2-0 in the, or not. They may be up by 2 games in the series, up 3-1 in total. But I don't think it is fair to count Axiom out. Axiom has been playing absolutely stupendously, and now they just need to tie everything together. They need to make less mistakes. They need to capitalize more on Yuh's mistakes.
I think even more importantly, they need to score first. They have not scored first in a lot of these games, and if you can't score first, if Axiom, when they score first, I mean, we've seen it tonight. When they score first, they are so tough to stop once they get the offense going. They just haven't had the chance to do that yet, and that's been the biggest reason why Yuhh Esports are, beat them before, and why they are leading right now is because they've shut down that offense out of Axiom Esports. If Axiom can score first, I really think that's the difference maker.
I think I agree with you. I 100% agree. Both of these teams are just... It is a purely momentum game. And momentum, it swings in favor of the person that scores first.
It really does, and more times than not, whoever scores first will win that game. But in a grand finals where we have seen anything and just about everything happen, Yuhh Esports can win the Elite Division here in game number 5. As tap to the net, saved away by Leonis. Lotso will wait, and I think now Axiom Esports and their fans hold their breath for something good to happen, and something good to happen early. Because right now, they've not been off to good starts in a lot of these games, and now more than ever, they can't afford to start off badly.
Axiom Esports, they want to start out hot here. They don't want to go down early against Yuhh. Because if so, that might just be the end of the road for Axiom. Lotta trying to make their wishes come true. Z popping it up high into the sky, able to get a beat on Saraki. It's down in front of the goal. Av getting the clear out. Lotta now double tap. It's hard read. Not able to make it. Leonis for the 50 with Temp. Temp comes out on top. Z 50 in the midfield. Temp once again wins it. These Yuhh Esports 50s may or may not be the death of Axiom.
Well, for now, there's no goals yet, so you can't say anything for certain, but Saraki will change that. Yuhh Esports just jumped right in, and Saraki will take it. A quick challenge. Leonis didn't see it. Lotta didn't see it. Nobody saw it. But Saraki will take that goal. And Yuhh Esports now even closer to being Elite Division champs.
That is one crazy caster curse. I don't think I've ever seen it happen that fast. 40.
Well, it goes in. That's all that Saraki cares about, that's for sure. As Av will go again, a chance for a second goal. And Maxine, now that Axiom, they're down again. They've been scored on early once again. The series, Sunday has not been favorable to them when they get scored on early. They're a team that can come back. What do you think is kind of the keystone point that this team needs to think of? What's the what's the kind of place where this Axiom Esports team needs to focus on if they are to make the comeback happen?
I think it's the same thing that I said that last series. They need to focus on the goal-to-goal basis, not a game-to-game basis. Because once you go down 2-3 goals in a game, you know, the mental, it starts to deteriorate. But if you're thinking on a goal-to-goal kind of level, like each goal is its own separate game, and you're looking to score first in every game, you want to make sure that your team is the one scoring. You want to make sure that you guys are the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down 10 goals in a game, you still want to focus on how can I be the next one to score next. And I think that's exactly what Axiom has to do, because this Esports team is looking unstoppable.
They are. They've looked unstoppable all night, and they have not been beat yet. As Axiom will try once again. Z on the reset. Player is chasing him down, and back to everybody on Esports in that same corner. Still very little on the bumps as well from Axiom. We haven't seen that many demos this series, and if you can recall back to that winners finals, those demos made a difference, but they won't need them here. That is some awkward team play, but it works to Axiom. Lada and Leonis looked like they were hand-holding in front of the nets, but the pass connects, and Temp, I mean, he was completely confused. He didn't know where to go.
That is the definition of the power of friendship right there. Lada and Leonis, the two L's, coming together to form a W for Axiom Esports. Now, Leonis trying to make another play happen, trying to go for the bump instead of the ball. It's a smart play, but doesn't really work out too well in his favor. He's in the corner, trying to get a touch mid. Ave has something to say about it, though. Now, Lada for the 50 Temp wins it once more. Leonis forms it high. Lada taking it out to the side. Gonna go for the 50. It's to Z for the shot, and Z far down and in. Can you get that? Can you get better placement than that?
No, you can't, and that's what they need here. They need good shooting, and Axiom Esports, they need all that momentum they can get, every little bit of it. Here in Game 5, it's the tournament that rests on them now needing to win 3 games straight. And they'll be up by 1 here in Game 5, but Temp looking to make that end quickly. He'll go in front of the goal. Lotsa twisted away, but still chasing after it. Now Leonis and Axiom wait for their opportunity, but it's Temp again. Z off the corner, still Z going across the goal. There was no one left to defend it, but a touch too heavy, and they won't need to be anyone to defend that, as now Leonis, and he made the Esports jump for that. Temp will take it away. Saraki, he actually wanted to go for that play. Instead, he'll have to wait. Now it's his chance. Gets over one. Z to defend, but Saraki gets a piece of it, but it will go all the way back to the orange half of the field. And again, Esports needs to work from defenses. This will be Temp. He tripped it. It's Z. Oh, he could have shot that one on target. Now Leonis keeps this one wide of Saraki. And at this point for Axiom, just wasting out that clock. It's Lotsa to go for it. Saraki saves. Z is there. As Esports will look to take maybe one last good chance, one last good look at the net. But it's wasted by that shot by Av. And it will be Axiom who will keep it away. Saraki, Temp can't take it. Lotsa goes up the field. And Game 5, staying alive right now, but Leonis looking to ground it, and he will. Game 6 up next.
I will add this. If I'm not mistaken, that is the first technical lead that Axiom Esports has had. Because every time that they have won a game, it was in overtime, which means they never really had the lead, they just had the winning goal. Because of that, that is the first lead Axiom had this entire series.
Huge deal for them as well that they would lead in a game as crucial as this. So they're 1 game down. They need to win 2 more here to take down Yuhh Esports. They need, and more importantly, they need to win 2 more in a row. Yuhh Esports have definitely got them in a top position, but hey, it's a big win for this Axiom side. And I mean, a lot of the goals were pretty silly looking. They were very rough around the edges. But for Axiom Esports, I mean, and what's more important for them is they don't care how pretty those goals are. They just need goals, they need good chances, and they'll work from there. Game number 6. Up next here, and the pressure is on this Yuhh Esports side and this to find a way to respond to win the series here. Game 7 is so close, and for Axiom Esports, it's their goal to see Champions Field once again against Yuhh Esports. But unlike last series, it is now Axiom trying to make the recovery, the comeback, whereas Yuhh Esports are trying to win the whole thing earlier. Game 6 and Neo Tokyo and Yuhh Esports, Axiom Esports, the grand finals. Yuhh Esports again can win it here, but for Axiom Esports, they're looking for one thing, and it has two words: Champions Field.
Champions Field, one of the most iconic maps in all of Rocket League history. Some of the greatest plays of all time are made on Champions Field, and Av is trying to make sure that they don't go to it.
Good little pop-up play. Axiom Esports getting some demos on their defenders. It's what you expected of Esports, a retaliatory play it feels like, because they're doing exactly what Axiom Esports did last game. The demos, the passes, the aggression. Oh, but the kickoff! That goes straight in. They missed it. And that is about as easy as they come for Axiom.
Not even a second or two later, and Axiom has already tied Game 6. We are close. That's all I will say. We are very close in this game.
Yeah, who knows? Game 7 could be a real possibility here, but Axiom Esports are going to need to do a lot more than just score once this game's tied, and because it's tied, it's still anyone's to win, as Av left off the back wall. It's just going to beat Lotta to the punch, and at this point, it's keep away for Yuhh Esports. They don't want anything to do with Axiom Esports holding on to possession, but Axiom, another clear away. It's Av to goal. Z will keep it up high. Temp races back to it. Has Saraki, has Av, has the nets, but it's hit off the back post, and they won't get another chance like it. Z, open room, off the ceiling. Flip reset. It's Z, the nets, but it's Av with the block. It's a follow-up for Lotta that won't go very far. And Temp running right into him as well, trying to give Saraki all the time he needs to get that ball out. A sacrificial play here for Yuhh Esports, but evidently that play has allowed them a little bit more time, but it will not matter. Axiom Esports up by 1. Z had control, but Lotta was right behind him, and when Z couldn't make the shot, Lotta will.
That is when you look up a great play, that is what pops up. Z with the flip reset pop over 1, and Lotta there to clean it up and make sure that ball is not saved. Axiom once again has the lead. They won Game 7. They have not dropped the lead, and they have only held it.
Looking to hold this lead as well as Leonis. Adding more, will not have his shot on target. Instead trying to look for that pass to Z, but right now it's just Yuhh Esports waiting. No openings shown. And it is looking like it will stay that way as Axiom, the double! Z always missed it! Went low to the net and could not put it in. Yuhh Esports the other way. This goes off the back, but Leonis is there to cover. 2 jump as Saraki and Ab both want their chance. And Axiom Esports will have the last say on that chance. It's gone. And Yuhh Esports must try again from their own backfield.
What a shot from Lotta! The top left slot. It was an awkward play in the corner there. Z gets to 50, and Lotta is right behind him to mac him up. Top left slot of the net. You cannot get better placement than that. These boys on Axiom have been the placement kings this series.
Perfect. What a time to have that kind of placement. Yuhh Esports, by comparison, 5 shots. They've had almost as many shots as Axiom have had, but clearly there's a difference in quality right now, because what Axiom doing is a whole lot more dangerous than what Yuhh Esports is doing. As a double commit at the wrong time, Saraki should have let Temp have that one. Now it's another double commit as Av and Saraki run into each other. And for Yuhh Esports, now on full panic at this point, Axiom Esports have forced them back, and Yuhh Esports, it almost feels like they don't know what to do.
This is one of the biggest leads we have seen the entire series. The only thing that can rival this is Game 2, the start of the series, when Yuhh Esports came out swinging. Other than that, every game has been one goal. Every game has been one goal. And Axiom is looking to change that. Lotta being that sole decider. He has been playing great this series. The entire Axiom Esports squad has been playing great this series. Lotta bumps off the ball, recovers excellently. It's a fake from Temp. Now Saraki off of the sidewall. Av taking his time. Lotta forcing the play out, and Z is there to clear it down the field. Temp slightly overcommitting, able to recover and get a clear out. Lotta's there, gets past one. Saraki, one soft touch up, gets bumped off of it. Av getting a touch out to Temp, but Leonis is there for the shot, and Av pinches it out. Yeah, Esports don't concede quite yet.
We need to back here, and well, that just may not happen easily as Saraki by one. Still Saraki. Past Z is Saraki. Av. Oh, he missed it completely. And Axiom will take their time as Z, with a flip reset, tries to set up Lotta, and you better believe he will. It's Z again. He cannot get to it. He was in midair when that play went across the goal. And now they'll go back, but Axiom Esports, they've held them off long enough. This is Game 6 for them. Game 7 up next. Champions Field once again to decide it. One game and a whole season's work behind it. Axiom Esports, GAYTANA Esports go back to Champions Field now for the grand finals. And before we even go to it, what a match for Z. 1 goal, 2 assists, and 2 saves.
Absolutely amazing showing from Z. He has been the MVP this entire series, and I can say that without a doubt in my mind. He has multiple games where he's close to quadruple digit points. You cannot get more MVP than that. Z, he has been the striker, been the playmaker, and been the defender. He has played all 3 roles absolutely amazingly, along with the assists from Lotta and Leonis. Just all 3 working together like clockwork.
Reminder, Axiom Esports were 3-1 down in this series. And yet even then, they still haven't given up. They still haven't let this GAYTANA Esports team escape their grasps. And after 5 games played, 6 games total, we've now got 1 game left, Maxine. A whole season, weeks upon weeks of action, and 1 5-minute game will decide it. It is GAYTANA Esports and Axiom Esports again. Game 7, Champions Field. What more could you want now in the Serenyx League? What more could you want to end Season 0? What more could you want in a grand finals? This is it. 5 minutes on the clock, and 1 more game. This decides everything.
We have Champions Field. This is where stories are told. This is where legends are made. And these are when memories are made. Champions Field, the end-all be-all of Rocket League. This is where everything goes down. Z trying to open up with the flip reset. Saraki racing back, preventing a shot on net. Lotta with the 50s in the midfield. Temp in his corner. Full boost, taking it slower. Doesn't want to throw the ball into the hands of Z, the striker, the man. He has been absolutely amazing. I cannot say it enough.
Like, everybody on this field deserves an award just for how they've played tonight, but only one team can win, and Z wants to be the one to start it. But it will be kept away. A reminder that when these teams last met in that winners finals, it was a Champions Field where it ended as well, but it was a more dominant win for GAYTANA Esports as well. A multi-goal victory, and that first goal really set the tone. Saraki to go to net. GAYTANA Esports and Axiom, it really feels like that first goal could do everything for them, but off the back goal again. Saraki. Av. Front post. Z's lifted. Temps across. It will be kept away. Saraki to the back post. Lotta can't get there. And GAYTANA Esports. It's Saraki. He's been quiet here in the grand finals, but he'll be quiet no more.
Saraki, in that first series against Axiom Esports, he was playing out of his mind, and now this series he has been quiet until now. He was the first person to score, and now GAYTANA Esports, the first lead that they have seen in quite some time. Leonis for the sideball. It's on target. Z trying to force a misplay. Can't quite do it though. Serenyx off the sidewall. Lada's up, keeping it in play. Z for the 50. It's a double commit from Axe, from Yuhh. Lada for the shot. It's weak. Attempts able to clear it out. Av is there, trying to continue that counterattack. Leonis forces it into the corner. Z full boost, bumped off the ball. It's an open net. Leonis fakes it on the goal line. What a risky play, and it works out for him. Lada.
He couldn't get there in time. Oh, what a huge play. What a huge play. And, I mean, it takes guts there to go for that, because you know you're giving your opponent a free shot, a free goal. That is a gutsy call from Leonis. And, I mean, it worked to perfection.
It has been absolutely amazing to see this. These two teams are just playing out of their minds, making plays they wouldn't normally play, and just playing perfect Rocket League. I will say this, these two teams definitely deserve to be here. No one deserves it more than them. They are playing nearly flawless Rocket League. Av for the double tap, not able to find it. Lada clears it out, but it's a double commit. Temp for the solo play, onto the backboard. Z is there, clearing it out. Serenyx, one touch in. Lada redirects it back to Leonis for the clear. Av is there on the sidewall, clears it out all the way across the pitch. Serenyx can't find the touch. Z clears it out with a big touch. It's Temp off the sidewall, can't redirect it, but it's Av for the shot, and he slots it bottom left of the net.
Esports are running on fumes. They could not get out of their own half. And it's Esports again looking to make this one quick and simple. Less than 2 minutes now. 2 goals up. Does Axiom Esports have anything left in the tank?
Axiom Esports does 100% have some stuff left in the tank. They have come back from 2 goals before. Z is looking to start it off far down. Is Lada there? He is. He gets a 50 up. Leonis off the back wall. Flip reset. It's on target. Z. Can he close it out? Yes, he can. And Z puts some life in for Axiom Esports.
Z again. I mean, they needed him and they called for him, but it's Z who he waited 90 seconds now. 1 goal needed. Axiom Esports. You said it. They have enough energy. Now they gotta put it to good use.
The kickoff track coming out. Z to Lada, but Av is there. Temp for the redirect. It's far down, not in. Leonis can make the clear. Now Z beat out to the ball by Serenyx. Leonis, a great clear down the field. Z, full boost off the back wall. Gets the 50 out to the mid. Lada goes low. Temp is there for the save. Now Lada trying to find the touch mid for Leonis. Leonis can't find the touch, but he fakes out too. Z bumped off the ball, able to stay on it. Now Lada, a little too far pushed up. Serenyx can't find the...
I'm impressed, just to say the least here, Maxine. Because this game, I mean, you think it's as if we wrote out the story ourselves here, Maxine. This is about the perfect ending to a series, to a league, to anything we've seen. And both these teams feels like they're only a mere few steps away from winning the whole thing. Leonis can't go. Av will clear it out. 30 seconds now to make maybe one last good chance, one last big push. And Axiom Esports starting from their own back half of the field. Latza, it's Tampa, he doesn't have this one. Stopped by Av. Tamp waits underneath as Av goes again, just to waste out time. It's Tamp with 10 to go. Yuhh Esports put the nail in the coffin.
Yuhh Esports are now 2 up with only 10 seconds left. It is almost guaranteed to be over for Axiom, but nothing is impossible. They need a good kickoff and they don't find it. Lada able to get a touch up to the side, but there's only 5 seconds left of the game. Lada has no boost, and that is it. Yuhh Esports close it out without dropping a series.
It's what a grand finals, and what a huge victory for Yuhh Esports. They go to Game 7 against Axiom 2 times tonight, and they win both of them. And that one really felt like the tougher one of the 2 in the grand finals, coming back after losing 2 straight games. But, I mean, we gotta talk about the performance here. I mean, credits to Axiom, they really made this tough, but even more credit's gotta be given to Yuhh Esports, champions of the Elite Division, and in 7 games as well. I mean, they earned it, but my goodness, they really had to earn it, and they did just that. 2 straight matches that go the distance, and 2 straight wins in Game 7, both of which by multiple goals.
Those were just absolutely amazing series. And you couldn't have asked for a better show. You really couldn't have.
And to think before tonight that it was 4 straight matches where Yuhh Esports just could not beat Axiom, to see them win tonight 2 matches in a row, that is, I would say, incredible. That is not the expectations I had for them, and yet in they come and they win 2 matches. And Yuhh Esports, man, I mean, against a team that they could not beat during the regular season for again for multiple matches, to come in here to win 2 against Axiom. I mean, we didn't mention it too much about how incredible this one is, but I feel like that in itself is already incredible.
Oh, for sure. They just played their heart out, and they deserve every game that they won.
They absolutely did. They took their victories, and they'll take the Elite Division with it. The Grand Finals and the Championship will go to Yuhh Esports, and to our Elite Division, to all of our friends at Season 0. There's a lot of people to thank, so bear with me a little bit here. Thank you again to our sponsors in Future Form Design Labs, where you can get your design needs met. Thank you to all the wonderful casters that were here during the entire thing. Thank you to the staff that made this happen, to GAYTANA, the producer behind the scenes for all of these matches in this final bracket. And again, congratulations to the teams that won it. I mean, it was the Champions Division that went to Nebula Esports Censored. It was the Masters Division to go to Yuhh Esports Kanade, and now it's the Elite Division to go to Yuhh Esports. Thank you to all the other teams who showed up as well and allowed these tournaments to be as impressive as they were. Again, big thank yous to, all of you who've been watching as well. And Maxine, what a season. Season 0 is over. Season 1 is not too far away in the future. And you know that with Season 0 over, a lot of these teams are going to join back in and look to try to dethrone these champions in the next edition of the Serenyx League.
It is going to be a great second season. And great, technically first season, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a great next season. And I cannot wait to cast and even potentially play.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. It's going to be an amazing season. I mean, if this season's anything to show, next season will be just as good, if not better. But to all of you watching, thank you all so much for joining Serenyx League Season 0 and the Serenyx League Season 0 Elite Division Championships. Congratulations to Yuhh Esports. And thank you to all of you who've been watching, to our production run by GAYTANA, and to all the other people out there who have supported us. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Thank you for joining us for Season 0. You guys truly do make this league what it is. We'll see you again when Season 1 comes around. Take care.